Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? So glad to be here with you guys today. So grateful to have you guys here with me today. It's a great day. Cold, but a great day. Glad to see you guys. And I'm setting up, guys. Give me a moment. Come on in, guys. Grab your coffee, your tea, whatever is to your liking. Have a seat and let's hang out. Got a little something to talk about today. Shanquella Robinson. What an ordeal. What a mess. So sad. But again, such a bad thing, guys. I don't even know what to say. We're going to go over it. There's a lot to it. We're going to check it out. See who we got here today. Miss Izzy Rose is in the house. Thank you so much for dropping by. Appreciate you. April Stoll, great to see you. And of course, the Lady of Wisdom, Miss Squirrel Sandwich, thank you so much for joining us today. Let's see, who else do we have here, guys? David James, my brother, welcome. Good to see you. Out driving the roads of Australia. Be safe out there, my brother. Be safe. Good golly, Miss Molly, good to see you. Good morning, my dear. And for those of you, Miss Brandy's here. So great to see you today, Miss Brandy. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate all you guys. Daisy Dead is in the house. Welcome. Good to see you. Mama Bear, how are you today? Thank you for joining us. And yes, everybody, I still have not had contact with Miss Lisa. I'm horribly worried at this point. I went ahead and probably overstepped my boundaries, and I sent a message to someone in her Facebook. I thought was her daughter, possibly. That's the only contact I have for her is Facebook. Phone numbers are very hard to transverse back and forth between here and Australia. It's hard to get a hold of. It took David a good 2 months before David could actually contact me, and it's a hard deal. So 1 second, everybody. Sorry about that. Welcome, Pam. Good to see you today. Thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, I'm very, very worried. I've never gone this long without some kind of contact with her. And I know, like I said, the last contact I had with her was that, yes, Daisy, Aussie Lisa, was that she was sick, and that was it. And I get that. And I know she has that problem with her jaw from time to time, but being sick didn't make me think of that. I was worried of something else, and I just want her to be okay. Even if she can't come on here, I just was hoping that I would get a message back saying I'm okay, I'm sick, but I'm okay, and I haven't, and that's what I'm worried for. So that was actually my mother-in-law that walked by. The first lady, Miss Dago, she's here too, but she's not. She's over there laying watching the show. So they said to say hi, Mrs. Dago. She waved back. I talked to Jules. She's wanted me to tell you that she misses you too, and we'll try to catch up with her. Good. I know she's been busy. Jules has a very busy life. I don't know how she does what she does, but we'll catch up. I love working with her. She's got a great sense and passion for this, as do I, and I really enjoy it. So yes, she's waved to everyone, said hello, everyone. She's got a day off finally. So she's chilling, watching her shows. What's up, my brother Mike? Good to see you, sir. So if anybody happens to see Miss Lisa out and about via YouTube or something, let her know to reach me if she can. I don't think you're gonna see her, but I'm just really, really worried about her now. Welcome, Breezy. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in with us today. Come on in, guys. Get comfortable. Today, again, as you all have heard, I'm really not going to do anything on it because there is nothing that we've gotten, but you all know. And for those of you that may not know, yes, Leilani Simon was arrested yesterday and charged with, she was charged with murder, but it was a specific charge. Trying to find it here. It was a specific charge. I should have wrote it down. I looked it up, and it basically doesn't make any sense. It's basically what a murder charge would be. Okay. Um, but anyway, she's being held. They did find via the press conference, Chief Hadley said that they found remains, bones per se, which in turn provoked the arrest. So thank the Lord, there's finally a tad bit of justice for us, for Quentin, and all of us to breathe a little, knowing that she's finally behind bars. That's really all I'm going to touch on with that today because we haven't malice. That's it. Malice murder. Thank you, Daisy. And I looked it up. I had never heard that charge before, and it was kind of like basically says to unlawfully take someone's life. Well, that's kind of what that is anyway. But anyway, so she is behind bars, being held on that charge, and we'll see where it goes from here. That's really all they've given us, so that's why I'm not doing an entire stream on it. It would be a waste of time. I was hoping that we would get a lot more on that. We didn't. So we can all breathe a little easier knowing that she is behind bars. We'll just say that. Thanks, guys, for joining me today. Again, I am so grateful to have you guys here. And today, like I said, we're gonna talk about. I agree, Izzy. That's right, and I think that's. I saw that yesterday, Squirrel, and I told my wife, I said, wouldn't it would be crazy if they came back and they belonged to an animal, and I just would be so. That's crazy. That would be crazy. I hope to God that they're right, and that's what this is. And I don't want to say that I hope that that's Quentin, but you know what I'm trying to say, guys. And yes, Izzy, that's an understatement. She probably has a right-hand seat down there next to the evil one himself, because that is horrifying. I still can't get past what she did. Every time I see her face on TV, I want to destroy my TV. So I'll never understand it. Never. Oh, and welcome, Miss Gribben, to the sauce. We have a new meatball, everybody. Miss Pamela Gribben is now a meatball. Welcome. Come on in, soak in the sauce with us. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. They said they are human. I thought the testing was just. I'm not sure. I think they have to do that just to be safe, April. I'm pretty sure that they are too. Thank you, Miss Brandy. Thank you so much for that. We have another meatball in the sauce. That's correct. Welcome, Pamela. It's great to have you as a member. And guys, just so you know, I will be working on that part of the channel, getting all of that set right with the icons, and I just haven't had the time to get into it to fix it all. It's gonna happen. I promise you guys, and I don't break promises to you. I will fix it up, make it right. I just haven't had time to get into it, but it's coming. No worries, guys. That way, at least becoming a meatball will mean something, and you'll be able to have your little icon next to your name and all that fun stuff. So we will have it all set up here soon. Just been crazy with stuff. Absolutely, Pamela. No thanks needed. That's what we're here for. 100%. 100% for sure. Um, I don't have any other way to get a hold of Lisa, sadly. Just here and Facebook, and I've been hammering Facebook to get her, called her, messaged her. Like I said, I think I stepped over a boundary, which in this case, I'll take the heat for it if there is any. Um, and contacted somebody on her friends list who I believe is her daughter, I think, and just asking if she's okay, if she's seen or heard from her recently, because I've been trying to reach her for over a week now. Um, and that's all. I just want to make sure she's okay. I understand. I don't want to. That's awesome, Squirrel. Thank you. Just so you guys see that she's done a Thanksgiving message. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I normally wouldn't go into something like that, but I think a whole lot of Lisa. She's an amazing person, and I worry. Um, I don't think she does, or does she? Okay, well, mom, she must because Mama Bear sent her an email, uh, and Squirrel sent her something. Welcome, Denise. Good to see you. I agree, April. Hopefully, and he can be put to rest the right way, and we can hopefully get some true justice for that beautiful little boy. I absolutely, Squirrel. Um, I think we can do silent prayers. Uh, we all want to take a moment here to do this. I would appreciate that if we can all bow your head and take a moment and say a prayer for Lisa at this moment, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you. Amen. I thank you guys for that. I do appreciate that. Um, oh, you emailed one to me for everyone. I'm sorry, Squirrel. I misunderstood completely. Well, let me see. Got in here, guys. I'm just afraid the case was compromised, and it's possible. Yeah, I get it, Denise. Absolutely, understand completely. All right, let's see. We got in here from our beautiful friend Squirrel. Welcome, Pink, and thank you for that as well. Where are we here? SQUIRE. Okay, there she is. There we are. Let's see, guys.
Hey, it's Dominic from the Dominic Natty Show.
Oh, 1 second. Let me get this up here so you guys can all see it. Again, this is from Squirrel Sandwich for everyone. Kind of a wish for Thanksgiving. So let's see what we have here. Welcome, Sandra. Good to see you. Another meatball simmering in the sauce. That is correct.
wishing you a harvest of blessings, good health, and good times. May you enjoy a bountiful Thanksgiving, a joyous holiday season, and healthful, happy New Year. Sending you my warm wishes from home to home and from heart to heart to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
And that was awesome, Squirrel. Thank you so much for that. Very much appreciated. That's for everyone, she said. Welcome, Sandra. Great to see you. As I said, all 6 jelly roll cakes at the churches for the homeless. That's awesome, Denise. That is awesome. And yes, that was awesome, Squirrel. Thank you very much for that. And I hope that you have an amazing and awesome Thanksgiving as well, my dear. Tune in tomorrow, everyone. I will be doing a stream. Tomorrow is my birthday. So I will be doing a stream tomorrow. I'd like to hang out with all you guys and just have a good old time, talk, do what we do. We necessarily won't be. Yes, he did do it. Excellent job, Squirrel. We won't necessarily be doing any of what we usually do. I just would like to hang out with you guys, have a live stream, and enjoy myself with you guys tomorrow, if that's okay. So for those of you that are interested, please be here tomorrow. And if not, I understand. Yes, Breezy, tomorrow is my 48th birthday. So I will be here hanging with you guys tomorrow, late morning, probably. My mother will be here early, as she is every year, to see me tomorrow. And then after that, my wife has to work, so I figured what better way to celebrate than to hang with my family. So I will be here tomorrow with all of you, hopefully, for a couple hours at least. Yes, 21st birthday. That's right, brother. I will be 21 tomorrow. I'm legal to drink. Finally. Yes, tomorrow's Dago Day. Dago. Dago comes and they all go home. I just wrote a song, guys. How about that one? I put my guitar to it and everything. 29. Yeah, 29 will work. I don't really look 21 anymore. 48 years young. Yes, I am so blessed every day. I thank the Lord to wake up every day. So, awesome. My wife is making kolache nut rolls, I think a pumpkin roll, a couple pies. What all are you making?
Pecan, pumpkin, sweet potato, and chocolate.
Pecan, pumpkin, sweet potato, and chocolate pie. Also, she's making the pumpkin roll, kolache nut rolls. I think that's it. That's enough, believe me. She does too much as it is, so. So, just waiting to see who else is going to jump in here with us. Maybe not many, maybe. Who knows? It's going to drive me nuts, guys. It's hard for me to concentrate. It's very hard for me to concentrate because I keep worrying about Lisa. I can't. Sorry, guys. She makes her own homemade crust, yes. Sweet potato. What is buttermilk pie? What is buttermilk pie?
I've never made that. My mother makes it.
You've had it? Is it good? Okay. I guess kolache nut roll. It's a European.
Hungarian.
What, honey?
Hungarian.
Hungarian, yeah, like a Hungarian Which, by the way, guys, I have a piece of that in me too. I guess I didn't realize, but yes, I have a piece of Hungarian in me. Oh, you're the same age as me, bro, or close to. So just shut your face, David. Um, it's a pastry type thing, and you roll out the dough. Uh, my wife, yes, she does, Daisy. And then you make it like a mixture. It's like
Walnuts.
yeah, it's got walnuts in it and brown sugar and butter and
There's no brown sugar.
or no, not brown sugar. What's in the damn mixture?
That's a secret.
Okay, so that's a secret. I can't tell that. Anyway, it's like a
The sweet nut roll.
yeah, it's a sweet like nutty gooey type filling, and then you put that inside the dough. You roll it into like a log, like a pumpkin roll type per se, and then you just cut it, or you bake it, of course, and then you cut it and slice it into pieces, and you serve it that way. It's actually pretty good. And I'll be honest with you guys, my mother made it for years. I hope to God she's not in here. I love you, Mom, if you are. And I wasn't a big fan of my mother's because it was kind of dry. My wife puts honey in her mixture, and
Wow.
it's amazing. I love it.
Just told you that was a secret.
That one thing.
Yeah. That's the one thing that makes it different.
Oh, just ignore what I just said then. It is very good, Pink. Most of them don't even know what it is. I thought you got a little hungry. Yes, I do. Just a little bit, I guess. My mother told me the other day. I didn't realize that, but so be it. It is very good, Pink. It's great with coffee. Stick it in the microwave for a minute, put a little butter on it. Oh my God, I love it. And of course, sweet roll. Yeah, Daisy, there you go. That's the best way to put it, I guess. It's hard to explain what it is. What's the matter? They make different versions of it too, I guess. There's the original, which is the nut roll, okay, and then they make like a poppy seed version of it. I'm not a fan of that. There's an apricot one. What else do they do, honey?
Raspberry, pineapple.
Raspberry, pineapple. You can do different versions of it like that. So yeah, but the original, like the nut roll itself with the walnuts in it, is my favorite. So yes, I did. Yes, Pink, I did. I just got yelled at for it. That was the secret that I wasn't supposed to talk about. I'm kind of a dunderhead sometimes, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I wasn't thinking about it. But anyway, it's amazing. So she does other things to it too. Kolache. Yes. Is that how it's spelled? I never knew that. And that's what it's called. Kolache. Yes. Thank you, Daisy. Raspberry cherry. I've never had cherry, blueberry, or raspberry. Those actually sound good. Have you ever made blueberry, raspberry, or any of that?
I made raspberry. It was one of the flavors you listed.
It is raspberry. Blueberry sounds good though, doesn't it? Cherry, I couldn't imagine, but yes, they sound good. And then she gets these long bags too. She makes like around Christmas time. She makes the I don't know what those are called either. I call them what the hell are those cookies called?
They're kolache cookies.
Okay, same thing. Yeah, kolache cookies. Yes, Daisy. We're talking about the same exact thing right now. Yes, and with the cookies, she makes the mixture that you would put in the kolache roll. She puts them in the cookies. She does cream cheese, like a sweet cream cheese, the raspberry, apricot, and I think that's it. But those are my favorite as well. I love those. Apple crisp, yes. She makes that too. Very good. She makes peach cobbler. Very good. Have I ever met someone that is completely bonkers with secret film? I know a couple people. Beef and Guinness pie? What the hell is that, David? Because what it sounds like is beef and beer pie. I love apple crisp. Blueberry, wait a minute. Blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, and cherry lemon and plain jelly roll cakes. Oh, okay. That sounds interesting, Denise. What beef and Guinness can do Guinness? Yeah, I don't like Guinness either. That tears my stomach up bad. I've never heard of that though. Beef and Guinness pie. Different. Definitely different. Rocky Road bars for the, oh my god. Explain that one, Miss Brandy, because I love Rocky Road ice cream. Coffee beer. Okay, you guys are losing me now. Never heard of coffee beer. Actually, there's a couple people I do know, Squirrel, that are nuts over certain family recipes that would rather kill you than give it to you. So that's true. Peach cobbler. Does she make it with a cake batter or just pie crust version? What do you do when you make peach cobbler? Cake batter or pie crust version?
It's not like cake batter. It's more like a it kind of gels like a custard.
What do you use for it? Like a flour?
No, it's a wet mixture that you pour into the peaches.
Okay. I guess Pink, she uses a she said it's like a wet mixture. It's not really a cake batter, but it's kind of maybe that consistency.
It gels like a custard.
And it gels like a custard. And then when you throw it in the oven, it
No, it gels like a custard in the oven.
That's what I'm saying. It gels like a custard when it's in the oven, and then when it's done, it's amazing. Completely amazing. I love it. Yeah, exactly, Pink. Yeah, I know. We always do this, you guys. We always talk about some kind of food, but it is what it is. Magic, yeah, magic bars. My mother.
7-layer magic bars.
What'd you say?
7-layer magic bars.
Yes, the 7-layer magic bars. My wife and my mother-in-law both make those. They are one of my favorites. They have the coconut, the chocolate chips, walnuts. Yeah, that exactly. Like she just said, they're like a Samoa. And I love Samoa's Girl Scout cookies. Melted chocolate and melted chocolate and marshmallows mixed together and freeze overnight. That sounds good, Brandy. Very good. Yeah, the magic bars are one of my favorites. They always have been, but I gotta watch because they're so rich, you know. My aunt made them one time. She put butterscotch chips in them, I think, and I love butterscotch. So, Rocky Road ice cream, yes, it's one of my favorites. See, that's the thing is I love nuts like in everything, and I know I'm gonna regret saying that, but and my wife doesn't. She doesn't like them in a lot of anything at all. So, yes, Girl Scout cookies are the shiznit. Samoas, and I like the Samoas. Butterscotch, I love butterscotch. I really do. When I was a kid, my grandmother used to make chocolate chip cookies with butterscotch chips in them, and they just were, and walnuts too, ridiculous good. And then she made these cookies one time, and it was a mess, or it wasn't a mix. It wasn't a mess up. It was because she didn't have walnuts. She put almonds in these cookies with the butterscotch chips, and it became my absolute favorite thing in the world. I love almonds. Peanut butter, chocolate no bake. Oh yeah, absolutely, Molly. Yeah, we're killing each other with this. The pies remind you of the movie Stand By Me. Yes, Lord ass. That was kind of gross. Davy. I brown my butter in my chocolate chip cookies. Oh, really? Do you do that when you make chocolate chips? Brown the butter?
What?
To make chocolate chip cookies, do you brown the butter? No? Okay. I've never heard of that before, Daisy. Probably be good though. I love butter, so I love butter. And put butter in anything. I love it. Not good for you, but I love it. I love peanut butter, butterscotch, butter. I love all that stuff. That's why this time of year sucks for me. If you ever make empanadas, try cream cheese and pickled jalapeno. Ooh, that'd be almost like a jalapeno popper, wouldn't it, Pink? I'll bet it does, Daisy. That's awesome. Cream cheese and pickled jalapeno slices, canned. They are divine. It sounds like it'd be almost like a jalapeno popper, and I love those. We all do around here. Arby's. When we go to Arby's. Good afternoon, Alexis. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to have you here. Arby's sells those little poppers. You get like a what is it, 5 or 8 piece or something. Excuse me. Um, and we destroy those. I love those. Get giant jalapeno popper. I know it sounds great. We make some divinity. What is divinity, squirrel? God, that sounds good, guys. I'm making myself hungry. You know it's bad when you eat butter out of the tub. Yeah, that's pretty bad, Mike. I knew somebody that used to do that too. He would eat spoonfuls of butter, and I would like literally want to throw up watching him do it. What is divinity? I need to know this. It sounds amazing.
It's a meringue cookie.
Oh, my wife just answered from behind me. A meringue cookie. Exactly what it is. Yes. Jalapeno wraps. She makes this stuff. She came up with one time. Now I don't know if she invented it. I'm sure somebody else has done it, but the way she made it was ridiculously good, and it had everything I love. She makes this thing called Death by Chocolate. Okay, and she'll bake brownies and then crumble them in a pan, and then buys a bunch of Reese's. It's got to be Reese's too, because they're the only ones that have that taste. The Reese's peanut butter cups, and crumbles that in there too. And then she'll make chocolate pudding and layer that on top of that, and then she puts whipped cream on top of it. It's the most amazing thing I've ever had in my life, because it has the sweet, and then it has like the salty, the little bit of saltiness that's in the Reese's cups with the chocolate, and then the whipped cream. Oh my God, it's so good. I used to eat butter sandwiches when I was little. Yeah, that's kind of gross.
That's what's really supposed to be on a cucumber sandwich.
Butter? I didn't know that. Yeah, she made. I told you guys we had my granddaughter's birthday Saturday, and it was set up as a tea party for her. So my wife made cucumber sandwiches and cranberry chicken salad sandwiches for it, and so on and so forth. And she made the cucumber sandwiches were really damn good. She made some kind of a spread for it, and she said that butter is actually supposed to be on cucumber sandwiches, which does make sense. But wait a minute, you guys are killing me with these recipes here. Where you put cream cheese and sausage, sliced jalapeno wrapped with bacon. Oh, it was very cute, Daisy. It turned out very nice. Butter and sugar sandwiches. That when we were kids, if you were poor, that's what you ate. Or ketchup sandwiches.
Fried applesauce.
Fried applesauce, yeah. My wife was poor when she was younger, and unfortunately had to deal with all these things. She made me, it's actually pretty good, and I didn't know what the hell it was, but you just take 2 pieces of bread, put some applesauce on it, you butter them like you would a grilled cheese, fry it, and fried applesauce sandwich. Yeah, it was definitely squirrel. Fry bread, lots of fry. You know what we used to do? Well, because at one time when I was younger, we were poor for a while too. We would take Cheerios and fry plain Cheerios. Well, they weren't Cheerios because we were younger. When we were younger, we were poor, and my mother would get that Wick or whatever. It was Tostios or something, but they were generic Cheerios, and she would fry Cheerios in a frying pan, and that was our snack. It was actually pretty good. You just fry them in butter, and just a tinge of salt, or you could season them however you want to at this point. I made them one time not too long ago. My son loved them. So good morning, Miss Cat. So great to see you. It's pretty good, Daisy, the applesauce thing. I was surprised. SOS. I like SOS. Miss Brandy, I love it, actually. Thanks for joining me, guys. Those of you who jumped in, anybody that's lurking, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I still do too, Denise. Cocoa Puffs or Lucky Charms. Oh yeah, my favorite cereal. Actually, one of my favorites still is. Yeah, it's basically the same sense. Molly, you can do it with Kix. You can do it with Honey Nut Cheerios. It's really good. Regular Cheerios, we did it too. Yes, they did. They are being sentenced. They have been sentenced to 12 and 7 years. But they're saying that there's not enough evidence for those sentencing, so I don't understand that. You were busy with the CA. Welcome, Bonnie. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's good to see you. I love cereal too. My favorite is the Captain Crunch, the original with the fruit balls in it or whatever that is. Peanut butter Captain Crunch is amazing. I also love Cracklin' Oat Bran. I love that one. Shredded wheat is good. Fruity Pebbles, I used to like it when I was a kid, and it reminds me of like Play-Doh now for some reason. When it's in that milk for like more than 30 seconds, it turns into a glob of nothing but gook, I make what I call chicken crap. You take shredded chicken shredded with different. Wait, what? Take shredded Y and chicken shredded with different color. Welcome, Vicky. Thanks for joining us today. Chips and serve. Hold on. Back up. Explain that one again, Denise. Chicken crap. You shredded Y and chicken. Shredded with different color chips. Okay, I'm not getting it, I don't think. I'll tell you something that is good is chicken nachos. I don't like chicken, you guys. I've told you before, I'm so burnt out on it, I don't like it, but I never thought of that, Molly. That's a good idea, actually. I do love the crunch berries. I absolutely love crunch berries. I don't know why, because I think everything tastes the same, but I love it. Good to see you, Miss Vicky. That's a good idea, though, Molly, adding a little bit of milk at a time. I absolutely love Captain Crunch berries. I do. And peanut butter Captain Crunch, too. There was another one I used to like, and I'm trying to remember. I do like that Cracklin' Oat Bran, chicken and salsa. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. Yes, cocoa wheats are the shit. Absolutely the shit. Cream of wheat, cocoa wheats, peaches and cream or strawberries and cream, instant oatmeal. I love that. My favorite that way is honey bunches of oats is very good. I agree. I also like the Special K with strawberries in it. And the honey bunches of oats is one of my favorites. The one that has almonds in it. Chicken salsa. Okay, I got you. That sounds good. Very good, actually. $0.49 a pound. We had that going on around here too, but we didn't catch it. I think we paid, how much was it? 72 cents a pound for turkeys? 79 cents a pound. Yeah, they were 79 cents. You got lucky. They're very hard to find. Carrot cake is very good. Yes, I agree. Buffalo chicken dip. Yes, we've had that. My sister makes it. My wife has made it. My sister makes it to the point where you can't eat it, though. She likes all that hot shit. She'll put a whole bottle of Frank's Red Hot in hers. And now it's like they wanted to send a message to suppliers. Okay, gotcha. Well, they need to drop the prices on some of this stuff. We had a gas station here. I think it's Sheetz is dropping the price down for the week of Thanksgiving on their gas to $1.99, I believe. What did I tell you about apologizing for being late? You don't ever have to worry about that. We don't have late problems in here. You get here when you get here. It's up to you guys. No worries. But thank you, Schmovie. First day back working. Great to see you. It's great to see you as well. Thank you for joining us today. Salsa, poured over chicken breast in the crock pot. 4 hours chicken shreds up. Great. Sounds good, actually. Yeah, with a little bit of cheese over some chips, that would be good, I think. Cajun roast and potatoes. You're killing me with this. Now I am hungry too. That sounds good, Denise. Really good. Shredded chicken sandwiches. Oh, yeah. We do that pulled chicken. We make pulled pork a lot, and we'll do pulled chicken too. It's very good. We use the Instant Pot thing. We use that for that. Yes. Yeah, it is. $1.99. Right. No lie. Mississippi pot roast. Yeah. What is the pot roast? It's got 3 gravy packets in it, I think. And it turns out it's pretty good. My wife makes her pot roast is amazing. I don't know exactly what she does to it, but it comes out amazing. We don't have it very often though because it costs $50 for a 2-pound roast. So yeah, you're right, Alexis. It's not. Yeah, no, I got you, Pink. I get it. I don't melt the cheese on the shredded cheese, shredded chicken, and different chips. That's why it's called chicken. Oh, okay. I got you, Denise. It sounds good. It does. Really good. I'll tell you something I do love, you guys. My wife's best friend, her name's Nikita. She made, we would go over there from her house for different parties and stuff, and she would make this, it's like a queso dip. And it's got, like regular queso dip with hamburger and sausage in it, I believe. And then it's just got like cream cheese, cheddar cheese, white and yellow, I think. I can't remember her exact recipe. And you melt it down and then you just dip your chips in it. I could eat that every day, all day. I love it. I love it. Queso is queso to me. I like the white, the yellow, whatever you get. I get it. I love it. Usually if we go to like an authentic Mexican restaurant, we got a couple places around here that we would hit in the past, but like I said, we don't get to do that anymore. But I would get a seafood burrito, and it's got a little bit of shrimp, probably imitation crab, and something else, I think scallops or something, and they wrap it in a burrito, and they put their vegetables in it too, and then pour the queso dip over top of that, and the thing's like this big, you guys. No lie, about that long. And about that big around. And then you get a side of like Spanish rice or beans with it. And I could tear that the F up. It's one of my favorite meals. Yeah. I don't like, see, I can't eat hot food. It's so hot that you can't. Years ago, we went to, my daughter loves Indian food. Okay. So we went to this place near us that it's just pure Indian food. That's all it is. Sloppy joes and tater tots from, yeah. Yep. I'll tell you what, my favorite thing from the elementary school was what we call shit on shingles, I think. It's just hamburger gravy over a scoop of mashed potatoes they'd put in this little tin tray. That was my favorite meal that they would make. Yeah, right, squirrel. You ain't lying. A dozen of eggs costs like $5-6 now. So, have you all seen the story in regards to the woman by the name of Shanquella Robinson yet? By any means, has anybody seen it yet? I think Fupa came in yesterday and said that she had saw it. Yeah. That sounds pretty good, Daisy. Tater tot casserole too. I like that. That's pretty good. You guys have heard. Okay. This is a crazy story, you guys. It's very, very sad, and it is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Something is not right with it. The people that are involved in it, it's a mess. It's a complete, total mess. I watched an interview with her father. And again, for those of you that don't know, that would be awesome, Denise, to get free eggs. She went on a trip to Mexico. This girl did, Shanquella, sorry. And within 24 hours was deceased. And she went with a group of her friends. Okay, Pink. Our school never had that. But so that being said, actually a criminal investigation into it. All the people involved have kind of went into hiding. And yes, she very much was, Daisy, very much. Or I'm sorry. Where did that even go? Vicky, sorry about that. Everything just jumped. Yeah, I'm glad too. I agree. And they need to. They absolutely need to. I hope Heather's okay. I hope the little one's doing all right because she's not here either. Maybe she didn't get to. She hasn't been getting the. Do me a quick favor, guys. If you got notification from YouTube today, throw one up in the chat for me. Okay. Welcome, Miss Sherry. Good to see you. Thanks for joining today. You got okay, Molly, Smoothie. Everybody got their notifications. Well, not everybody, but most. You guys, quite a few guys got them. Okay. All right, let me find here. All right. So I'm going to give you guys the generalized version of what went on with this case to get it started, and we will move through it. I'm not going to break this one down as hardcore or as long as normal, but I am going to, at least not to start with. You know, I get it, Daisy. It's okay. All right, Bonnie, thank you. I'll have to send him another message. Chickens are beautiful creatures. Okay. All right. That's just me a news report to show you guys. For those of you that didn't get it or see it.
And welcome to the Factor Uncensored.
1 second, y'all. Everybody. Okay. Where are we at here? Okay, I'll give you. What's up, Daisy? Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. Off and on. Okay. I woke up to there was a car that ran into a Best Buy. Good Lord. That's scary. That is scary. For sure. All right, hold on, everybody.
Well, the FBI.
All right. Welcome, Tasha. Thanks for joining today. Appreciate you. All right. Again, this is just the generalized news announcement in regards to what happened. And we'll go with that first to show you guys. What's up, David? Liza. Absolutely, Liza. I absolutely agree. And it's sad. This is sad that this didn't make national news. It should, because it is not a good thing. And I'll be honest with you guys, and I hate saying this, but I'm very highly against racism. I think that if this girl would have been white, that it would have been a bigger deal. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that about our country and our society. That bugs me. So it is very sad, Tasha. I agree. So for everybody that's not familiar, I'm going to show this news feed, and then we're going to get into some stuff that I have found out that really bugs me. And I hope that this girl and her family, her father is very saddened by this. An interview that I watched with him, it was very sad. It was hard to watch. Yeah, Tasha, exactly. So let's get this rolling real quick. But these are facts, guys. I feel that 100%. If this would have been a little white girl, this would have been everywhere, but it wasn't. And therefore it's not that important. And that bothers me about our society right now. Yeah, I did see that, Tasha. Absolutely did. Yeah, I agree, Liza. That's fact. That is fact. That is fact. So let me get this rolling. The one is, and when I found out what I found out, it just completely disgusting to me. So let me know if everything's okay with audio.
FBI is launching an investigation into a North Carolina woman who died vacationing with friends in Mexico. SHANQUELLA Robinson's family says officials told them she died of alcohol poisoning during a trip in October, but an autopsy revealed a severe spinal cord injury. ABC's Victor Oquendo has more.
And for this to happen to her is just terrible. I just couldn't believe it. It's like I'm still asleep, like a nightmare.
SHANQUELLA Robinson's family is demanding answers this morning after the 25-year-old was found dead at a luxury resort in Mexico.
My heart just like it went into pieces. SHANQUELLA was my heart.
Robinson from Charlotte, North Carolina, was traveling with 6 friends late last month. The trip quickly turning into a murder mystery now at the center of an international investigation. Authorities finding her body less than 24 hours after she arrived inside the living room of a rental villa in the vacation hotspot of San Jose del Cabo. Robinson's friends first telling her parents she died from alcohol poisoning, but the autopsy report obtained by ABC News lists her cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and dislocated neck.
They called us from the funeral home that done the autopsy that had her body.
Now, I want you guys to understand how serious this is real quick. When they say dislocated neck, no, it's a lot more than that, you guys. Okay, first of all, she had a broken neck, okay? A broken neck. And then the actual cause of death it's called atlas luxation, okay? And to put it in layman's terms, or if you want to go to it's atlas, hold on a minute, atlantoaxial subluxation, okay? Subluxation, I'm sorry. And again, in layman's terms, what that is her spinal cord was detached from the base of the skull at the brain. Okay, that's what the cause of death was, guys. And she didn't die instantly. That's the problem with this. And that can actually be helped. But I'm going to show you how and why it happened. And it's disgusting to me. It's way off, Breezy. It's really, really, really bad. But yeah, there was a broken neck and like I said, it's shortened down by saying atlas luxation because it's such a bigger word, but internal decapitation. Thank you, Shwooby. That's the other way to put it too. Yes. And And the thing about this, as I researched and investigated this a little bit, you guys, I come to find out from watching different things, this was a setup, a complete total setup by her friends. And we'll get into that, but I'm gonna let you finish watching the rest of this. And we'll get to that. This is bad, you guys. It's really, and she was a very, very lovely lady, and very young, and gone for nothing.
And said that it had nothing to do with alcohol, that Shanquella had been beaten.
We're only showing images from this video posted on social media because it's so graphic. It allegedly shows Robinson being attacked by another woman while a man records the fight and urges her to defend herself, but doesn't stop the assault. The video ends with Robinson on the ground with that other woman taunting her. Mexican investigators are looking into the video. When Robinson's friends called police, they said she was unresponsive. 15 minutes after officials arrived, she was pronounced dead. Those friends returning to the U.S. without her.
We never believed what they was telling us because each one that came back was telling a different story.
Mexican law enforcement say they're investigating the death as a femicide, a form of gender-based violence.
No,
the
Joe,
U.S. State Department pointing to Mexican authorities for answers, telling ABC News
Welcome,
they're
by the
providing
way.
assistance to the family.
Somebody need to stand up for her. Somebody
Thank you, Miss Brandy.
stand up for her.
Now, there's a list of people who were on the reservation for that room, and Robinson's family says that authorities here in the U.S. are now speaking with everyone on it. There are still so many questions here. Victor Oquendo, ABC News, Miami.
Exactly, Tasha. Exactly. Her quote-unquote so-called best friend, the one that was telling her to fight back, Khalil Cook, is telling her to fight in this video. She's not a fighter, first of all. Second of all, I'm going to give you the basis behind this and the reasoning behind this, okay? Here's the reason behind this. She was set up. You'll see that, and I believe that too. Supposedly, there was a boy or a guy back in North Carolina, where she's from, that she tried to set up, who was killed, okay? And the girl that beat the death out of her in that motel room or hotel room was his cousin. So this was all a revenge thing. The whole thing was set up to get revenge on her for supposedly setting up this girl's cousin and him being unalived. It's disgusting. There's better ways to deal with this, you guys. And whether or not that's actually true, we don't know, okay? So it wasn't a fight because the girl didn't fight back. Not one time did she try to fight back. She was beat down. Literally beat down to nothing. And it was 100%, in my opinion, a complete total setup. And I'll show you why here in a few minutes as to why I believe this, because you can't not say that it wasn't. Yes, and that is the one that gave what you call, in my opinion, I call the death blow. Some of the names don't, if I mispronounce it, I apologize. Winter Donovan is the one that she grabbed her by the back of her neck and slammed her to the ground like that, like a body slam. And that is what detached the spinal cord from the base of the skull like that, with that much force. And this girl wasn't a big girl to begin with. And I hope that they all get extradited back to Mexico and they go to prison in Mexico, because it ain't like it is here, guys. They will get justice that way. And in the video, yes, you can hear her say no when they're telling her best friend's telling her to fight back, dog, fight back, bro. No, she said no. And they're saying that she didn't fight back because she felt guilty about what happened, because it wasn't something that was purposely done per se, okay? And that was the other thing. Like Liza said, she couldn't fight back at one point. Her neck was broke. Okay, when your neck breaks, you can't function like move, you know? And like I said, typically in 70% of people that go through this where the spinal cord is detached, you're dead instantly, guys. She lived on for a while and was throwing up and was this and was that. So it's just crazy. Today, Linda, we're talking about Shanquella Robinson. I'm going to ask you guys to excuse me for one moment. I have to use the little boys' room, and I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Thank you. All right, I'm back, everybody. Thank you so much for being patient.
So good. Someone asked him, was he okay? He goes, nope.
That I don't know. Well, from what I understand, at least her best friend Daisy, she was friends with him for 5 years.
Well, you know what's strange?
That guy.
Carly's little one.
Mm,
Her birthday.
Jefferson fracture could be fixed, but yeah, yeah. Right, Liza. That's 1 second, everybody. Okay, sorry about that. Where are we at here? Yeah, ran to the loo too. Okay, Bonnie. Yeah, that's the one that could have been fixed, but because they waited and did nothing about it, and here's the thing: when they did this, they beat her down, they left her, and then they went out that night, went drinking, partying, whatever they're doing, and came back. And are you serious? It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me at all how people can act this way. And these aren't friends.
Well, the FBI is launching an
These are
investigation
definitely
into a
not
North
friends.
Carolina woman who died vacationing with friends in Mexico.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix this so that we can. Yeah, right, Gladys. Exactly. Here, let me get this up here. I'll give you guys some give you guys some info. Yes, exactly, Daisy. This is absolutely savage. And sad. Very sad. This, and like the father said, he doesn't, I feel so bad for him. He'll have no grandchildren. He doesn't get to walk her down the aisle. None of that. He doesn't get to hear her voice anymore. And this is what's sad about this. And you know what else really angers me with this is she paid out of her pocket for some of these people to go to Mexico. And this is what they did to her. It's disgusting. All right, let me see here. Again, the FBI is involved, of course. Hold on. Yeah, Gladys, you're absolutely, it broke my heart too. I definitely got footage on this, guys. I just want to pull up the right one first to show you. Okay, this is from Fox Soul, it's called. Okay, she was, according to me, the attack, because it wasn't a fight. She didn't fight back at all, okay? The other dude took her credit card after along with using her PayPal and then asked her money bought her for $5,000. Oh, yeah. And the mother came out in an interview and said that they stole $10,000 from her. So yeah, Tasha.
Did you see that movie's out?
Unbelievable. Unreal.
The one with Jason Momoa.
One moment, guys. Trying to pull up the right.
It was alcohol poisoning, but we know from the
One moment, everyone. That's what I heard, Daisy. And yes, Liza, that's absolutely correct. This footage is it's called Street Blog. I'll put that in the description. Well, see, that was the story, is that the maid supposedly found her, and then somebody else said that is not true, that she was bent down over the toilet vomiting, and that's when it went down, supposedly. Welcome, Carol. Good to see you. All right, I'm going to put this up for you guys. We can check this out here.
Tearing in her books.
Okay. No, nobody has been arrested, Vicky. Sadly, not yet.
Because they think this a game, man, when it's study going on over and over and over again, and people not taking notes on this, man. Why do it seem like her friends covered it up? Like, real talk. Why do it seem like her friends covered it up? One thing that we already know is by her brother even coming out and saying what really happened, it goes to show that you can't be going out, even going out of town with people that you knew for years. You can't be going out of town and you know for a fact you in tour with this girl. From what they saying is, old girl was only on her bumper and only fought her for one reason, because she wanted to leave early because she didn't like the vibe that old girl was giving her.
Nazir, Tasha says Nazir got there the day after, but the way he's talking, you know, he knew there is a video of him defending himself. Right. And absolutely 100%. I agree with you on that one. I think that Nazir was there personally. Okay. And that's why he's doing this video now. So
keep in mind, old girl is her ex-boyfriend, girlfriend. Hey, I want y'all to really look at this, man, and take heed to it, man. Hey, RP to SHANQUELLA Robinson, man. Hey, her mother spoke out. The family grieving right now, man. The family looking at this like
I saw that,
it could have been avoided, but people try to cover it up as if like they didn't do that to her.
I'll put it up, Carol.
For 2 days in a hotel room while they instantly caught the plane back to the city. Like, I want y'all to really pay attention to that, because if this was my sister, my cousin, anybody, boy, I'll be going in. I'll be instantly trying to find out why did they even go in on her like that, and why did nobody help? I'll be on everybody who's there, who realized, man, I don't know if that's really a thing, but I know for a fact that
I don't like the way this video is playing. Hold on.
In the fight, and she was beaten as far as like they did that, man. They sent her up, man. And I know a lot of y'all.
Here we go. Yeah, I've been looking at a lot of the Carolina Beat stuff. Okay. Yeah, they're calling them the Cabo Six now. All right, guys. This is via footage from pettblog.com is the channel.
We've been awake since Thursday.
Some new reports, in addition to having her life stolen by these fake friends of hers, Shanquella also had her money stolen from them as well. So this may have been the motive for those who kept on saying, but why though? Not that there should be, okay? So in these new claims, they are saying that this group actually stole about $10,000 from her and that she paid for the entire Airbnb, which would mean that her fake friends only covered their own flights, but were used as their walk teams, which would when she walked in that room, you can tell that they were mad that she was even there.
You don't take that long to get naked. Come on, your house, will ya? They what go said they crew.
But their dumb asses are the ones who even invited her. Like, be for real, make it make sense. And these reports also claim that they had intentions of stealing and running up her credit cards, but clearly their plans went awry. And now that the whole world is onto them, they ruined their own lives as well. And of course, these new claims are now under investigation. Say that it's 1,000% believable as well, because that we look back at it and more into it, we found footage of her so-called best friend Khalil Cook from 2 years ago talking about how Quella gets money and how she needs to put him on her payroll. Mind you, she's looking at him like a friend saying, I love you in this clip, but he's more concerned about her pockets.
I
love him. She was a boss, and that they even wrote that she spends a ticket, meaning a bag, money, and that she takes business seriously. And being clearly didn't like her in real life, he clearly stayed around her for her resources and pockets. It is also being reported that he's the one that set her up. So being as though he manipulated her to think that they were besties, he invited her out to this trip and was able to get her to spend her bread to cover him and the rest of the bums there with intentions to rob her, and they plotted on how not to get caught. Hence is the alleged reason why they beat her. And it's not clear if they assumed that she wouldn't snitch on them had she recovered from the brutal attack, or whether they knew that had she passed, they would have got away with it, being as though they were in Mexico. But it is clear as day that it was 1,000% a setup. And as they plotted on her in the other room, Khalil was the watchman who was supposed to look out to make sure that Shanquella didn't catch them plotting, but he didn't want to make it obvious, and that's why while Shanquella was looking for them so they can go have some fun outside, and they were in that room jumbled up planning the attack, you can see Khalil was right in front of her trying to sneak back to the room before she got there to let them know that she was coming, but trying to also play it cool so she doesn't get suspicious. All why them little devils' auras changed as soon as they saw Shanquella walk in and were taken aback that she was back, and probably was hoping that she ain't hear nothing of what they were saying.
It's my friends to me, because y'all, it don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What?
I'll keep my hot benefits that I don't want to wear because it's cute as fuck.
They what go said they crew.
The one that's like mediocre is in my chains. I can't.
The entire group came back from Mexico, leaving her body there.
That's crazy. These little brokies were envious of her drive and independency. And Khalil is a whole fake, a whole weirdo, a whole scammer, all that. Let me tell y'all, he got a PPP loan for $20,000 and don't even have a business. Yeah, they need to get him for that too. Now put that on your payroll. And if you're still not convinced about how evil this Khalil guy truly is, let me show you more receipts. So y'all do know that he's the one that called Quella's mom up talking about she was alcohol poisoned, right? But did you also know that when he called her mom and said that she wasn't feeling well, that she was possibly already dead? And when the mom told him to take her to the emergency room, he said that they needed $5,000 cash for that.
They couldn't take her to the emergency room, they said, because they needed $5,000 cash.
Was his extra money hungry ass trying to extort and finesse the mom too? And her mom did remind him that Quella had insurance. And look, I don't know if she would have been able to be seen anyway in Mexico, being as though it was U.S. insurance, and being that the hospitals out there are tricky for tourists or whatever. But the point is, it was already gone and she was still sick, then they were not trying to get her medical help anyway for their plan to stick. You get me?
I believe Shanquella was already passed.
They haven't been arrested because it hasn't been proven yet. Although that video should be enough proof. And they're having issues with the whole Mexico thing and stuff like that. So it definitely planned, Daisy. Yes, most definitely. This is 100% premeditated. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate that. For all you that haven't, hit that like button if you would. Please do that to keep us going with that algorithm. I appreciate that so much. Sorry, guys. Let me keep it going for you.
And keep in mind that when they flew back to NC, Khalil put on his best acting skills and went to assist Quella's mom for 4 days straight, you know, fake crying and acting sad and concerned, and of course thinking that his plan worked, being as though that there was no foul play initially as per the Mexican authorities. But guess when he stopped showing up and had disappeared? Can y'all guess when? The same day that the autopsy results came back and revealed that she didn't have any alcohol in her system, but instead was beaten to death and had some broken bones. Wow. And Quella's mother didn't see him ever since.
And that's the thing, guys, is they tried to say that she passed away from alcohol poisoning. There was no alcohol or drugs in her system like that when they did the autopsy, as you're about to hear. Right. Exactly, Tasha. I saw that as well.
4 days in a row until he found out. We knew what the autopsy said. Haven't seen him since.
Homeboy's been on the run. And I'm not going to show his address because I know for a fact that based on his bum behavior that he most likely lived with his mother or grandmother. So I'm not going to show y'all that because clearly him and the rest of the other losers are currently hiding and have disconnected their phones even. But here's what gets me. His fake sad Facebook post that he had made in her honor before they found out that, you know, it wasn't alcohol poisoning. He wrote, "Dear Miss Quella the boss, my heart is so effing torn and all I can think is why or what I should have done differently. They say not to question God, but this right here just ain't sitting right with me. What am I supposed to do now? Who do I talk to about my business plans? When I just want to go up and get on a plane, who's going to come with me? We've been doing this ish, man, since 2014 type. We had so much more to accomplish together. I literally just asked you the other day when I get rich, what car you want, and you said a mother effing G-Wagon, crying, laughing. Whoa, 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 I ain't your man, crying, laughing. Such a genuine soul, beautiful and strong-minded individual. Gone way too soon. Love you." So fake. Like, really? You see how fake people could be, right? The audacity to have written that, but soon as the world finds out that you were in part responsible and that you were the mastermind behind it all, now all of a sudden your Facebook is in hiding with you too. Deactivated. And did y'all peep the emphasis on Miss Quella the boss? The
yes,
boss
Mama
in all
Bear.
uppercase, right? So even in death, it's like he's fixated on her pockets. There was once a meme going around that said something like, once they call you big money, conversation over. Because they be the ones, okay? And that's why some won't even tell their peoples what they do for a living or all they do, because now all of a sudden, they want you to pay for everything. They complain to you all day as if you don't have your own problems. And they're looking at you with envious eyes, all because you're working because you fucking have to. As if life is free for you. Like, huh? But yeah, this is a bestie who Quella brought around her family, and she even took him on family trips. That's how much she trusted him.
A best friend. He had went on family trips. I never thought that he could be that low to do my child like that.
He's literally the face of why you can't trust people and why you can't really use the term best friend, even if you think you knew that person for 8 years plus. We've been doing this ish, man, since 2014, face ass.
I love him.
Like, let's really think about it. Because you work and are independent, you know, because obviously life is not free and you're going to have bills, but they just see you working and happy, and it bothers them so much that they are willing to find ways to stop you instead of getting their lazy asses up to go work and be happy too or whatever. I said, wow. But what exactly are y'all thinking right now? We really want to know, so leave your thoughts below and like this video and share this content. And if it's your first time here, be sure to sub to this channel for more. And be sure to also hit
Yeah, right. I agree with you guys on that for sure. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to give you the best versions of stuff I can. There was a video that this friend of hers put up, Khalil Cook. I don't know if it was via Instagram or if it was Facebook, but I watched the video this morning, and he's like talking in a weird tone, and he's like, "Oh, we got our first dead body." Blah 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 blah. I mean, it's like what? And that was before this happened, I think. It's just it none of it makes sense. Okay, I'll let you guys see the interview with her father, and Gerald Jackson is the one that has been doing a lot of work on this, so thank you for that. Check out North Carolina Beat is who he's with, and he's been covering this like pretty hardcore, guys. So it's quite interesting, actually.
They got Grinch Hershey Kisses.
One second, everybody. Good morning, trophy wife. So good to see you. Yeah, that's exactly. These are facts, Daisy. Facts. Yes, Gladys. That video. It was sickening to me. How we doing today, Trophy? Good to have you up in the channel today. Haven't seen you in a while, but great to have you here. Okay. One second, everybody. I'm sorry. Yeah, they definitely have to, Daisy. That's a fact. That is a fact. FBI got involved, and that was all it took, really. All right, let's see here. Right. No lie. Okay. Erie, good to see you. Always working. Thank you, Trophy. So great to see you again. I appreciate you guys coming in. All right, let's see what we got here.
Specific portions of copyright motion pictures, video clips, or videos as authorization of the copyright organization. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, teachings, and parody, which doesn't infringe on copyright under 17 U.C. 110.
Alrighty then.
Well, the friend that she was with
is a five-year-long friend that deleted her.
A successful.
This was planned. Ain't no doubt about it. Go.
But they are on Snapchat. They're promoting parties. They're fleeing the state.
Wow.
They're going everywhere but to jail.
Wow.
This is a open and shut. This is murder. This is not no alcohol poisoning. This has nothing to do with alcohol poisoning. And they came back to Charlotte and told the mother and that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning, when in fact she was beat to death. And now the FBI is investigating her murder. They are investigating Shanquella's death as a homicide. And everyone that was in that room with her is all persons.
Agreed, Daisy.
Tonight, I had the father of this beautiful, beautiful, successful Black woman who was just young.
I agree as well.
Making money, being a boss, everybody, loving everybody.
Didn't I say in the last stream that she looked like the type that would be supporting other folks too? I talked about that in the last stream. That's probably what they were jealous about as well. You know, she appeared to be the type
that's facts,
because she's successful at what she's doing. Surely she don't have a problem sharing.
Loved everybody but the haters. You know, we don't love the haters. But tonight I had to bring this father on. I have been in contact with this family since the day I posted
that with the first super chat, Trophy Wife. Thank you so much.
And I spoke to Shanquella's sister.
I appreciate that so much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring on Shanquella's dad, Mr. Bernard Robinson. How you doing, Mr. Robinson?
I'm holding through the grace of God and everybody prayers around this world, around this nation who have been praying and just watching, who have been listening to and reading about what went on over there in Mexico, Cabo.
Yeah,
that's how I'm standing through everybody prayers and how they feel about this situation.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way I'm standing.
Again, thank you so much, Trophy. I appreciate that so much.
And I see that that God's grace and mercy is all in this. You know, we're both Bible believing men, and we know that God can do anything but fail. And God has been in this case from the beginning, even in the room. He's been all in that on the just Charlotte, but beyond Charlotte. You know, the world see how beautiful she was. The world see how she can slay hair. The world see how a woman herself, and just to see that some good, low down, dirty dogs would do something like this to someone who was at the top, and to reduce her to a heck is very egregious. It is
I really
disgusting.
hope so,
And
Daisy.
justice will be served. Let's make that clear.
Oh yes,
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
Yes. Justice will be served. I
Oh,
first want to give my
absolutely,
condolences to
Tasha.
you and
Especially
your
on stuff
entire
like this,
family.
100%.
I am so sorry that you are going through this, and I continue to pray for you all, and people around the world continue to pray your strength, and that God will continue to touch this situation. And
another reason why, again, that I'm covering this, you guys, is I want it to be known, that this just isn't important in the African American community, that this is 100% important here and anywhere else as well. You know, we are all God's children under the same God. We're all brothers and sisters, and it needs to be shown throughout all communities, all facets, everything, and it needs to be put out to show what these monsters do. These people that do these things to other people like this, they're not going to get away with it. Yeah, I agree, Daisy, 100%. So that's another reason why I'm covering this, you guys. It's that important to me that this is known about, seen, and it gets true justice, as I feel. So just know that he's doing an amazing job, Gladys. An amazing job. I'm proud of the way he's handling this, and I'm proud of who he is for what he's doing. So the moment they were done fighting, they got ready, left, and went out partying, Linda. Yes, it's disgusting. It makes me sick. Yeah, right, Liza, exactly. And I do believe it was planned before they left. That's my theory on it. I really, after seeing what I saw and all the things I've seen this morning and looked at, I really feel this was premeditated and was planned before they even left. So
it will bring those who are responsible to justice fast, quick. We have been talking over the phone since I first reached out to you all, and you told me, you know, your daughter, and you told me about the lie of the alcohol poisoning, and you told me about what the autopsy said. You told me about the pictures that you showed your daughter, and just how dirty, you know, this murder was.
Cheryl, yes, I did.
Tell us a little bit about, you know,
and that's
what
scary. You're 100% right.
I want to call them friends because they're not friends, but the people that she was over there with, what did they come back to North Carolina and tell your family, especially Khalil, who is, you know, the best friend of your daughter? Can you just talk about how you found out about your daughter's death, and can you talk about the lie that they told?
Now, before we get into that, right? Let me this live show about this lifestyle. I'm talking about Gerald Jackson. This is not about his lifestyle or what he do, right? This topic is about a woman that died because she was murdered by somebody, right? This is her father who is sharing his thoughts, right? Keep all your comments respectful. You'll be back, period. I need to make that very clear to you. I'm not here to play games, right? If the topic is about a particular subject, we deal with the subject. But don't turn my chat case where you want to talk about what you want to talk about, because that's not what we're here for. Carry on with the video.
I'm sitting at home on a Saturday, which was it was like 7 to 8 p.m. and I'm sitting there looking at my phone up and gone where?
So you get if I know my daughter, I don't know how many children he got. I don't have information if he have more than one, but I know that if that was my only daughter and her friends come back to me and they're like, yo, Shanquella's gone, I'm going to lose it. Everybody getting it at that point. Why y'all back home and my daughter not home with you? Y'all supposed to protect my daughter. So just imagine what he must have been going through just by just hearing that statement. You feel like you're choking at that point.
And she said, she dead. I said, dead how? And she said, alcohol. So when she said, I said, how's you got alcohol yet? So Mexico, Cabo. So, the phone just, my phone dropped and I just started crying. I'm trying to figure out who over there with, so she was over there with some friends that she went to school with. So I said, you know of them? You know them? She said, I know of them.
Hold on a second. Let me take care of this business real quick. I want you all to see exactly the type of stuff that I got to deal with when it comes to ninjas. I mean, how when people don't know how to move, how men, they don't have wisdom, how they don't know how to think rational, be wise, like a serpent, harmless as a dove. It says at Ringo TV Reactions, I got you, but you preach about the Most High Yah all the time. So I thought I was in the clear to make that comment. My bad, brother. My bad. Fam, I told you I'm not here to play games with you. You failed. Have a little more respect. You know why? We as a people cannot grow because you don't know how to move. You're like the Kanyes of the world. You got money, you got power, you got resources, but you don't know how to use your mouth because you talk. You got to know how scripture says be wise as a serpent. A serpent is very venomous, very cunning. You have to be wise like a serpent, but harmless like a dove. When you see a dove, you know the dove is not going to do nothing to nobody. Anybody look at a dove, you don't feel threatened. You got to know how to move. Your mouth is what creates problems. And that's what got Kanye in trouble. Not that Kanye wasn't speaking truth. He just didn't know how to articulate himself. And he made people get nervous. You need to learn from that, bro. Now, let's rewind this back and get back to the video. Hopefully that brother will learn the lesson of tonight.
Your daughter. I don't want to call them friends because they're not friends, but the people that she was over there with, what did they come back to North Carolina and tell your family, especially Khalil, who is, the best friend of your daughter? Can you just talk about how you found out about
Hey,
your daughter's death?
welcome, sis.
And can you talk about the lie that they told?
Well, first, I'm sitting at home on Saturday.
Thank you.
The 29th. It was like 7 to 8 p.m. And phone rung. I'm sitting looking at TV. So my mom said, I said, well, Mom.
Wow. So they call the house. He's at the crib chilling, relaxing on weekend, right? He got a phone call. They didn't even have the decency of coming to the house.
So I picked the phone up and it wasn't sounding right. So she said, Shanquella gone. So, I'm saying gone, gone there,
Wow.
And she said, she dead. I said, dead how? And she said, alcohol poison. So when she said alcohol, I said, "How's you got alcohol poisoning? Where's she at?" So she said, "Mexico, Cabo." So, you know, the phone just, you know, my phone dropped and I just started crying. And then, you know, I'm trying to figure out who she was over there with, you know. Some friends that she went to school with, went to Salem with. So I said, "You know of them? You know them?" You know, she said, "I know of them. I just know she went to school with them." So, you know, from there, you know, my whole night was just trauma, man. I just cried all that night. Just cried.
So he got a phone call from an anonymous, well, I don't know if it's anonymous, but some sort of friend of a friend that probably heard about the situation. You see how quick the news spread? And they immediately called the father. So his whole world is upside down.
Yes.
I'm curious why the Mexican authorities didn't reach out to her parents first. Let me see what you said. I don't know. Something you said that that's
I agree, Gladys.
Wrong. How about America? Well, America, or how America feel about them. I know is that if anything, if we're going to look at this logically, they don't want their hands dirty, because most Americans that die overseas normally is because of somebody putting some sort of drug in their drink. We hear this a lot in Brazil, Mexico, Dominican Republic, and people get robbed. So maybe they labeled it like that, or maybe the friends labeled it as potential poisoning because of what they heard or hear overseas to cover up how she died, because that was, but normally when people die overseas, they try to cover their tracks. You understand? They try to cover their tracks because it'd be a big hot mess when U.S. citizens die overseas. We hear about it all the time. Let's get back to the tape.
Yeah.
Not knowing, you know, how, you know, over in Mexico, where she at, or what, you know.
Now,
right now, it's just hard. It's just the point that alcohol poisoning. It didn't sound right, you know. You got over there, you know, for the flu over there, you know. I'm trying to, when she leave. So she left Friday, you know. Got there 8 o'clock. She said she talked to her on the phone, and they was sitting there drinking, you know, eating tacos and salads. The chef came in, and from there she said, "I'll talk to you tomorrow." So from that point, that was Friday, so Saturday, you know. So she telling me the whole story now. So from that point, then that's when she found her dead at 3 o'clock. Say her friend Khalid was on talking to us, and she was, you know, sick, going up. It wasn't feeling well. She took a shower, laid back down, and they called the Airbnb house. They supposed to send a medic out, the doctor to the house. They $150 for the doctor to come. So when the doctor came, they had to look at her, try to put an IV in her arm, and, you know, said IV, and she had a seizure.
Y'all don't notice how a lot of this information, the other guy that I just finished reviewing earlier, he left a lot of that information out of the whole ordeal. Y'all don't notice that? Right? That they had to do this and had to do that.
Agreed, Daisy. I agree.
The father, as if though, like, just drink had a problem, somehow just died. When really they murdered the woman. You know, that's why I said in the last stream that the dude was guilty. No matter what he said, he's guilty. He's a part of it. You know, this is another one of those cases, just like
anybody that was there, okay? Anybody that was there in that hotel room that did not report this, stop the fight, or the attack, I should say, or anything like that, is 100% guilty in my opinion. And they all need to go to the same damn place for it, because it could have been stopped. The person that was filming this, her best friend, supposedly, quote unquote, that was telling her to fight back. She don't fight. Her father says that. He's guilty. The girl that did this, the first girl that did this, okay, Dewan Jackson, I think her name is. The second girl that did this, Winter Donovan. Anybody that was there. Yes, Daisy. All 6 of them. The Cabo 6 is what I call them. Every one of them are 100% guilty, and every damn one of them needs to go to prison for this. They should all get the same damn charges as far as I'm concerned. because you didn't say a word. You didn't stop it, first of all. This could have been stopped. You could have jumped in. There's a grown man. He could have stopped right there. But no, I'm sorry. He's the one that set this up, so that's why he wouldn't stop it. And it's disgusting to me. It's ignorance, pure ignorance, and just bullshit. So yes, they're all guilty. They all need to go to prison, in my opinion. Period. And there's proof. So don't deny it, because your voice is on camera videotaping this, telling her to fight back. Everybody else is in there. They're there. So please don't try to get out of it now. I agree, Tasha. Every one of them should do their time in a Mexican prison, because that's a real prison, guys. They don't play over there. Thank you, Ms. Heather, very much. By the way, guys, I did get my verification back for the YouTube. It's been verified. I'm waiting on their PIN. They'll send that to me in the mail, and then I guess eventually I will get YouTube Pay finally. So I'm going to keep posting my Cash App, PayPal, and the Venmo up there for those of you that have donated recently. Thank you so much, or donated, period. Thank you so much for that. My whole family thanks you. But everything is rolling the way it's supposed to go now, guys. So thank you so much for that. Probably, Cheryl. I agree that the first couple, but well, I mean, you saw how much bigger than her that the woman that was beating on her was, I mean, it just, and then when they left her sit on the floor, they drug her out of the room, and that video is hard to find, and body slammed her by her neck. That's what detached the spinal cord. That was the death blow, in my opinion. It was, Linda, a whole lot. So yeah, right. Exactly, Daisy. Exactly. I agree.
Okay.
Same people
that you trust.
and you
Else go back next packing their bags, relocating. I'm hearing a couple of the people have been relocating. Like they all packed their bags and bounced.
That's what Khalid telling, her mom's all this right here now. So
right.
I'm trying to figure out, so then
right.
One of them in the house was one of them 5 hours to the hospital, so she baby.
Get her to not what the other dude was saying. They were trying to get and
From that point, so okay, now we trying to figure out. In which I know it wasn't God that led me to her. Dago, over there. So, Mr. Robbins, I'm gonna stick with you. Get your buckets.
I don't know if any if when he said Nah, yo, those people got to pay for this. By his side, inside, he's like, you won't understand. You know, sometimes your kids can act up, they could be bad, stuff. You get on tail, right? And then they do good. To hear news that you're good, it get back.
I wired the money over there, you know. They got so and door open in my head. My eyes swole, got a cut lip, and you know, just I'm gonna do all that, you know. Like, on her head, the cut,
And her just left her over there to die. That's it. They didn't care. No love whatsoever. That's how cruel some people can be, man. Some people could be just cruel. And I took a look at the video. This woman looks like she's about, I would say about probably like 130 to 140 pounds. She looked compared to the other person that was basically attacking her. It wasn't even a fair fight, to tell you the truth, because she wasn't even fighting back. And the other person was way larger than her and was throwing some vicious blows. But I'm hearing from the clouds that there could have been possibly other people in the room with that girl. I don't know if that's true, so I'm gonna say alleged, you know what I mean? But I'm hearing that it could have been a situation where people were taking turns fighting her. And you know how it is when sometimes when ladies fight, they be stomping on people's head when they on the floor. And that's probably how her spine by her neck got messed up. He had to send for the body, had to pay. I think he said he paid about 5 or 7,000 to get her back. The people that took her, look, the pop said she was invited out there. So that's another clue that she was invited, y'all. She was invited.
And with her being invited, that goes even more into the premeditated setup scenario. They had this plan from the moment they planned on her going. She was invited to go to that, and she paid for most of it. Figure that out. These people are disgusting. They're trash. These people fall into the category of trash, in my opinion, just like Leilani and Billy Ho and everybody else we've talked about. It's trash, guys. They're trash. Disgusting trash. I hope they get everything they deserve and then some.
When you really think about this, this was plotted. They plotted against her. She was invited. Isn't that the same thing with the takeoff case? They were invited. It's like, is this some sort of ritual thing? Was this an alleged ritual? Because it seemed like everybody's getting invited somewhere and then they dying. Let's get back into this, find out more about what the dad got to say.
so y'all gonna come back here to the States, you know, bring her luggage back, sit right there in her mom's, in her sister's face, ate, told y'all story, how it happened, alcohol poisoning and all that. And then You know, 2 or 3 days later, that report came back. The lady told me, no, Mr. Brown, your daughter didn't die. No, she died. It was trauma to her neck and her spinal cord.
Wow.
It was broke. So that's when I just had it. I said, no, I said, baby girl, your daddy is not gonna let you die in vain. I will get justice for you.
Listen, for her to have an injury like that, somebody had to be jumping on her head. You didn't just get that because somebody punched you. Somebody literally either picked you up and threw you on the ground, or somebody was stepping on your head and stepping on your neck. I mean, they were just doing some things to you. And that just goes to show how cruel people
I agree.
are. And to think that somebody
really
had the
did.
camera on the whole time filming it, it just makes it worse. You know? And the brother, Gerald, on his site, you know, he got photos of possible alleged suspects, people that the police need to investigate. So this case should be already done, closed and solved, and people should be in prison already. You know, I don't know why these things are taking so long when you got these suspects. You know, they lied to the parents, and now he's about to explain about the death certificate on how it's not matching up with the story that was told to him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get justice for you. So, you know, going forward, I didn't let up. I didn't let up. I did not let up not one bit. And I know the grace of God has got everybody out here who caring and loving and everything and giving me the strength that I need to stand on this. Because I've been crying. I've been having my moments. You know, I really can't sleep because that was my heart. It was a big hole. You know, y'all didn't came back here. Y'all got kids. I think some of you all got, don't be on Facebook or social media, Twitter, all that. I don't that's not my style.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a person, I'm just laid back in the back seat. But all at the same time, her father has been here all along. Her whole 25 years, she's been on this.
Yeah.
It's been her dad and all her friends who know me. Would tell you, dad, for a fact, I know she probably called out for her dad.
Yeah.
And for her to go out here and suffer like that. I mean, for her to suffer the way y'all did, you know, beat on her, because she's not a fighter. She's not a fighter at all.
Right. Yeah.
And it's saying, you know, for y'all men to be sitting in the room, the video I saw, for y'all men to be sitting in that room and y'all let this go on, ain't do nothing. Khalid, you're supposed to be her best friend for 5 years. 5 years.
Friend. No, I want to.
Y'all supposed to be friends.
Yeah.
Friends just don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, I understand y'all parents. You know, parents ain't reached out to a mom or not, but the parents ain't reached out to me. You all ain't reached out to me. So, you know, I say something ain't adding up right here. But I just ask God to give me the strength. He's just show me what really happened over there, Lord. You know, I'm not perfect, but I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yeah. Listen, you have men that were in that room, right, while everything was going down. And then
I'm sorry, but I can't go with every time they say that. Those weren't men, guys. A man would not allow that to happen to a woman, period, whether it's with another woman or not. Those aren't men. Those are little boys playing a game, pretending to be adults is what they're doing. They're trash. And I hope and pray that they go to prison and they get stomped and treated exactly the way they treated this woman, because they're trash. I can't handle listening to anybody call them men, because they're not men. No, they're not at all, Kat. Not at all. Not even fake men. It's just bullshit. Makes me sick to my stomach. I don't think so, Breezy. And honestly, I think Mexico stayed out of this because they don't want the heat from, you know, media in the United States. Mexican police are way different, and law enforcement is way different than it is here, guys. Way different. Okay, so if it's not their people, they don't care. They don't care what happens. There's people sitting in Mexican jails that sit there forever. that don't. They're not. It's bad. So that's why I think they need to go to a Mexican jail, personally, a Mexican prison, and see what life's really like over there. You want to play these games? You want to be these people? You think you're cool because you're getting revenge for somebody that didn't ask you to do it, when you don't even know if that's the truth. Here you go. Here's the truth. Go to Mexican prison for what you did. That's the truth. That's true justice, too, in my opinion.
Stop nothing. They can't stand ninjas because it's like they carry themselves like animals and always violent. When they're out the hood, they always want to talk about how their hood is. My hood is the craziest hood. Yeah, we be wilding. I'm like, it's nothing positive. And this is why I got situations like this.
Good.
This young lady was invited to this trip. It could be just another blood sacrifice because of the day, the time, and what they went out there for this so-called Day of the Dead stuff. Like, hey, I don't know what that is. It is what it is, but it don't sound good to me, right? But for them to bring her out there, beat her up to the point that she have a broken spine, and like, what? You don't just get that like that, man. You know? Somebody probably slammed you on your neck. And see, this is what happens. And they don't care. And they did this overseas because they know the laws are different. And they figured they could cover it up. They really wanted to do it on U.S. soil, but they knew they would have been caught. You have to understand. They set this thing up, but it backfired. They didn't plan it out too well. Let's go.
I know definitely my hip.
Yeah.
And God has been moving. He's been moving.
Yeah.
And Gerald, the way God moved in you, when you say you called that Monday morning, I know I had pray, I always pray. And it's just how everything just going, it's just everything just coming. The cover just been pulled off, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm still hurting. I mean, like I said, I'm sitting here hurting, talking about this as I'm hurting right now, knowing in 2 days, you know, I gotta bury her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all came back here and shut down your Facebook pages. You know, you're not talking no more like you was before you left. So what you know, why you hiding? You know, just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
All right, let me see something in the chat. People are saying, Ringo, I believe that was the mother who contacted the father, not the demons in human form. Okay, so you're the second person that confirmed that. So, all right, so then that would, all right, because again, in my thoughts, I'm assuming that maybe the mom and the dad are together. I don't know that. Respectfully, I don't know if they're together or they're separated because I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But if they are, then it could be that the mom got the news and then she called the father and let him know what's going on. Or maybe they are together and the mom just got the phone call and then called the dad. So, okay, so then that was it. I thought it was the demons calling because it would be evil, you know? So basically, they didn't even call. I'm thinking that the father was just chilling and they called the father. So people are saying that it was the mom who called the father. Okay, well, thanks for the clarification. Okay, let's get back into this. Let's go.
Mr. Robinson, I want to.
You got a father here that won't even be, you know, you got a father here now, you know, won't even be a granddaddy. I can't even walk her down the can't walk down the house.
So she ain't have no children. He said he can't be no granddaddy. So that means she ain't have no kids. 25 years. She had a business, successful, hairstylist, clothing. She sell clothes, have her own website. And these ninjas came out of nowhere to cancel her because of jealousy, period. This is why I say, ladies, brothers, when you're doing something and you got something really good going for yourself, you got to know how to do it and kind of just roll solo. I ain't saying, you know.
Exactly, Vicky. They were ghetto trash. She was living it up. Okay, she had her life rolling the way she wanted to. Look at her. I mean, she takes very good care of herself. Very attractive young lady. She was living her life right. She was making money. She was doing her own thing, and these people were leeching off of her as always. Okay, as always. People like this that they would take advantage of their friends that have money, that have success. They invited her for that reason, I'm sure, so that they could use her money, is what I'm saying. And then out of pure jealousy, because she was such a successful, sorry. and that stupid excuse about the person that she set up, supposedly, I don't believe that story. I don't believe it. This much, nor this much. I don't believe it. Okay. I think they were just jealous. I think her quote unquote best friend was jealous of her lifestyle as well. He made a comment that she should put him on her payroll because he's always helping her do this, do that. Well, that's what friends do. There's usually not a price tag added to it or a dollar sign put on it. So you're not a friend. You're a leech. A trash leech is all you are and all you've done. And I hope and pray. I'm not a mean person, guys. I'm not a vindictive person. You know that I'm not. I promote nothing but positivity, you guys. But this trash, every single one of them deserves the very worst they can possibly get in this situation. This is disgusting. There was no call for this, no need for this. It wasn't even a fair fight because the girl didn't fight back. If you wanted to hit her, fight her, then fight her the right way. If she said no, I don't want to fight, and I heard her say no, and I'll show you here soon when I play this. They all are beneath her, Daisy, 100% beneath her. They're the scum on the bottom of her shoes when she walks. That's who these people are. And again, I hope they get everything they possibly can get at the very worst level because they deserve nothing better than that. And I'm sorry for sounding so dark and so mean with you guys about this, but this makes me sick to no end. As soon as I saw this, I couldn't believe this. When I watched the video of what they did to her, it made me disgusted. I almost threw up. I'm not gonna lie, I was nauseous. And I pray to God that the FBI, since they're involved, they do the right thing and they make the right stuff happen with Mexico because they don't deserve anything better. Nothing.
Be anti-social and don't have no life. Don't have everybody on you. Your business. You have out. Don't be too available for other people. Don't make yourself readily available for everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
When you're an own person, you just can't be available for everybody and so freely there. Limit that access that people have to your life because people want to see you fail. They really do. A lot of people are not happy for you. 25 already got her a business, things going for herself. They mad. People be mad sometime, man.
She gone.
Yeah.
She gone. Yeah. And y'all took that from me.
I agree, Bree.
Now, all right. Let me put it this way. I seen a news clip, right? And I seen the father and the mom, and they were there talking. And at first, I was like, I don't see no emotion. Nothing. Now, I see that the father is hurting. I can feel what he feels.
They're angry.
He looked like one of them old school type guys that very serious, laid back, don't bother nobody.
That's why.
And that's how he always moved. And this situation is really burning him up inside. But he's just trying to be as cool as possible because that's how he always moved. So in his first interview on the TV, on the public, it appeared like, okay, he was showing no emotion. But the thing is, he really was, but you just couldn't really see it. Because he hold it here, I can see it. It's like it's there. Because what happened was the reality of losing his daughter, it's like the totality of it, it didn't hit. You know what I'm saying? But now he's like, wow, she's really gone. And when that start happening, man, you're going to start breaking down, bro. That's when you're going to start breaking down. Them tears are going to start to flow. You're going to start reminiscing. And before you know it, you want answers. So they're going to have to get some justice for this family. This ain't no joke, man. This is a serious situation here. Very situation.
You got a dad. Y'all got dads and a mother that I know of.
Yeah.
They can look at you all. Y'all can have a conversation. I can't have no conversation no more. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I had to come on here and, speak mine. I'm not gonna be dad.
Yeah.
Anybody who knew me, all my daughter know how bad I was.
Yeah. You talked about having an interview, and I know we talked about, you said that I'm gonna give you one first because you've been working on it, and I just want to, because the people need to hear from you. These I'm gonna call them murderers. I don't care what nobody else call them, Mr. Robinson. I'm calling them what they are, my opinion, because I feel
That's
like
what they are.
Y'all knew what was going on, and you still didn't say nothing. Now the problem I have is that Khalil came back, brought your daughter's luggage to the house, had dinner, and sat in y'all family's face and told y'all that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning. And then when I called you about the video, you didn't even know anything about it. So I called you about the video. I sent it to you, and now that it's out, it definitely confirms what you all known about. This alcohol poisoning doesn't put a knot on your head. It doesn't swell your eyes. It doesn't bust your lip. It don't do any of that.
So let me get this straight. This friend came to the house to have dinner. So the friend
Can you imagine the gumption that this piece of trash had to come back from Mexico, where he just set up these people's child to be unalived. He brings her luggage back to them. That was nice of him, and sits down to have dinner with her family. The woman that he just facilitated the unaliving to, the gall that somebody had, the nerve that somebody would have to do something like that. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? This piece of trash, this piece of shit. He doesn't even deserve the title trash, in my opinion. God, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. That's all I can say, guys.
and then told her, yeah, she died of alcohol poisoning. That's a red flag right there. That's crazy. That's what you call a real demon, a snake. That's vile. Heart's callous. Wow. Man, that's a heartless person right there. That's a person that never liked her. And they're happy that she's gone.
And I know that that's one of the parts that you can't even fathom of how this man could come to your family's face and tell y'all a lie like that. Now, I spoke with Ms. Salamandra, I spoke with Ms. Robinson, and she had told me that Khalil had been coming back over to the house, he was coming around every day. Did he ever call you? Did he ever reach out to you personally and tell you, what happened or any of that?
Is he referring to the guy that we did the stream on recently? Put a one in the chat if that's the person he's talking about, because I don't have all of their names. Is that the guy that I did the review on in the last stream? Is he saying, did he call? People saying yes. Somebody said no. I guess nobody's sure. I guess we'll find out. I got a lot of ones, so it looked like that's a yes. We still got to know.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
True facts,
We'll figure it out as we go.
Khalil never called whatsoever. What his mom was telling me, he'll come over to the house. I guess he was coming over to see what kind of information they knew. But once I found the information out, that's how they found the information, was through me, that she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord.
Then anybody that come in here, right? Listen to me very carefully. Anybody that comes in here saying, just play the video, I'm just going to block you from the channel. That's all I'm doing. Don't come in here disrespect. All right? I do what I want to do on the platform. I do reaction videos. This is not a movie theater. Do you understand me? Don't come here telling me to just play the video.
I don't. They're not at this point.
Just that simple.
How they got the information was through me, and then once they came, when I called him, saying what happened, then he was over there. Then all of a sudden, when they told me he got all sick and well, he wanted to leave. And when he left, they ain't heard no more from him, you know. So, and then when I saw the video, for y'all to beat her, knowing she's not a fighter, for y'all to, I don't know, go out of her sleeve, to beat her naked like that. Well, I naked. You mean, you know, that girl hit on her like that when she was naked. You know.
It looked like they must have came into. They had cameras ready, so that means they were doing right. By the pure fact that had the camera out, they already knew what it was. So this was all pre-planned. Hey, let's go into her room, just set it off, and it's over something. I don't know what it was over, but they executed whatever they had to do. So she was naked. That's weird because I have the video and I didn't even, that's just a show. I was not looking that hard to know if she was naked. I'm trying to figure this out now because I actually have the video, but I'm not going to play it on YouTube. This is crazy. Let's get back into the tape.
Y'all have sisters, you know, do y'all have a mother? What if someone show y'all a video like that? I mean, someone beating on your mother or beating on your sister naked, how would you feel? And she's not even defending herself because she's not a fighter. You're already bigger than her. She ain't number, you know, petite, no way about 120, 125 pounds.
So this makes it even worse now. Because when he got in laying out, so she was laying out naked. He just decides, you know what, while she's naked, to start massaging her head while playing some R&B music. If she was naked, I can guarantee you other things was going on in that house. Guaranteed. Now that's a new twist. I didn't even focus on that because, like, again, the so-called video, and I'm not even looking for anyone being naked. This is a surprise to me right now. So that just takes it to another level. The dude that's in the next reaction to, he's guilty as hell now. So he was basically massaging some woman's head while she's naked. Like it ain't nothing. He ain't asking nobody questions on why she naked, bro? Wow. It's these people.
It's not her style. Her style is not a fighter. Her style is not a fighter. She wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't raised like that. She was raised to, you know, to have fun and treat people like she want to be treated. Laugh. You know, care for her, you know. And y'all want to take her over there out of her comfort zone and do her that way when she thinking she going over there to have fun. And y'all see, to me, it was a setup, you know.
Yeah, that's what it's as well. Yeah,
I'm gonna get justice.
No,
I'm gonna get justice. I'm gonna get justice.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are gonna get justice. You're gonna get justice. Shanquella's gonna get justice. Your entire family is going to get justice. Now,
yes, Tasha, that's absolutely 100% true. Alyssa Hyatt, her sister, was murdered by her ex-boyfriend on the 28th when they left. Now, in my opinion, if that happened to one of my family members, trip or no trip, I don't care how much it costs, I would have stopped, turned around, went back. That's more important. That tells you what type of people these are to choose going to Cabo, Mexico over dealing with a deceased family member. What? I mean, what is wrong with people? These people, like I said, you guys, they're trash. Nothing but trash. God, that's disgusting.
Friday, they are over in Mexico. Saturday, as you know, as you talked about earlier, Khalil calls and he says that Shanquella is not feeling good. She's been throwing up and she's resting. And then he calls back because Salomon told, you know, she told him, you know, just, you know, keep an eye on her, you know, just keep me updated what's going on. And then he calls back and says that they there trying to resuscitate her, and you're trying to understand, well, what's going on, and then he comes up with this alcohol poisoning bullshit, you know. Now,
Yo, they killed her, bro. They killed her. It's evident now. They killed her. This woman is naked in said video, which means she probably just got out of the shower doing something, and they were already posted up. They had it planned. So the dude that was in the last video I did the reaction to, he lied. The whole thing is a lie. He know he's already in. That's why he's trying to put a story together. All of these people are involved, and all of them need to be under the prison. This is crazy. It just went to a next level here. I didn't know, without the chat saying it, I didn't even know this lady was naked. That makes it even worse. Is there any news or any information of any alleged molestation to this young lady? Because I'm hearing that maybe that's a possibility as well. And that's why this guy feels kind of guilty. Were there other men there? Were there other guys there? Because it seemed like they were taking advantage of her to the max. This is crazy, man. She was literally being tortured. None of the folks that was in that room cared about her. They were all on it. They did her dirty, bro. They did her dirty. She had no chance of escape, period. They weren't letting her leave. They did this. They planned and did this whole thing.
And I understand that the FBI is now investigating. You have been in contact. Your entire family has been in contact with the FBI. But are you second on her when they got there? Did the medics observe anything, different, about her when they got there for them to,
people to leave
a room, after saying that.
No, Cece, there were no drugs. She just didn't fight back. The story was that the whole reason behind this, you weren't in here at that point, was that at home in North Carolina where she lived at, there was a boy that she supposedly set up that ended up being unalived. And this whole thing was set up as far as vengeance goes, because the girl that beat her up was the boy's cousin, supposedly. I don't believe this story, though. I think it was pure jealousy and ignorance, in my opinion. But anyway, and supposedly she felt guilty. That's why she didn't fight back. But we just heard her father sit here and say that she's not a fighter. And she probably had no idea what the hell was going on when they just started beating on her. She walks into the room, all jolly, walking through the hallway looking for them, and said something about it doesn't take that long to get naked, guys, or something like that. She walks in. Next thing you know, it cuts and it shows this woman beating her down. And I mean, this woman was twice her size. She's flinging her around like a damn rag doll, beating her to the ground. There's no excuse. None whatsoever. None. And I'm telling you right now, God doesn't like ugly, you guys. And these people are the ugliest ugly I've ever seen in my life. That's all I got to say. And I keep saying that's all I got to say. And then something else comes out. I'm so disgusted with this, you guys. You have no idea how disgusted this makes me.
She had alcohol that, she was beaten. Have you learned any, has any information been communicated to you that the Mexican authorities or the doctor, medics, they saw those on her?
At this need to have someone else do all things. Being beaten up and she's naked. And that's why homeboy, because he know it went down. And they were in it. Everybody was drinking and wilding out. For that young lady, it was nothing like them. That's what you got to say. But I think that pops need to have some more tests on her to see
if there was any
if there was any
I'm sorry.
sort of
It's
foul
probably,
play.
foul
again,
play, if you know what I mean. They need to really sure that they test what they need to test to find DNA, because I believe there was more that went down, and I believe the whole time point where she even speak, they probably injected her with something.
That being that you said that, CC, I don't think that has come back yet. So there's very good possibility that did happen. I never thought of that. Okay, so see, Sherry said that's already been debunked. So, and I knew I didn't believe it when I heard it. So this was all pure jealousy because she was successful, beautiful, and was liked by a lot of people. And these trash ghetto slobs couldn't be her, couldn't live her life, and they didn't like her because of that. And that's disgusting. She was brought up the right way. She had class. She had manners. You know, she knew how to take care of herself. These other trash people, as you'll see who they are, it's just disgusting, you guys. It makes me sick every time I think about it. And I apologize, guys, that the video keeps stalling out. My internet must be lagging today for whatever reason, just because it sucks. So my apologies, please. I heard that too, Heather. I don't know how true that is, which basically that's the strength of a man beating on a woman that size. Come on now. Come on.
Gave her something in a drink. Man, the things people would do.
You know, right now I'm just waiting for all that information to come back to me.
Yeah, you wait for all that information.
When all that information to come back to me.
Right.
From what I saw her, when I saw her laying there when they rolled her in the funeral home. I mean, we saw the bruises.
Right.
We saw the bruises.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was in her pajamas, flannel pajamas, pants, and a shirt. So I don't know if they put that on her or who put that on her. You know. But I don't just see how can y'all sleep. I don't see how all of y'all can sleep. I don't see how can all of y'all go about and do y'all daily duties and knowing what y'all did.
Because they're heartless. That's why they could do that. When a person has no soul, they can do evil like this and just go right to their 9 to 5 and act like nothing never happened.
Yeah.
Knowing what y'all do.
Right. Now, then, Mr. Bernard, they're waiting for more information as it relates to that. Now, the death certificate, the video of that it's early morning outside, if you outside in the video, but but the video shows that a fight was inside the bedroom, and I do know, and I communicated with you from a source that there is a second video, because obviously, you know, Shanquella is on the ground with her head down. So I mean, you know, you could tell that she's still alive. But then other information that we learned today about Winter and slapping her and her not getting back up, there is a second video that is out there.
Wow.
I mean, this information came directly from someone who is Dejane's mother, and this information was communicated. People were upset about the fact that on angle is being showed, and that is Dejane assaulting your daughter. This was not a fight. This was a brutal assault because your daughter was not fighting back. And that at the end, Khalil had told Shanquella's sister and Miss Salamandra that he was not there. All of this happened after the fact that they learned from those that were fight that he was in the room. But the video clearly shows him to the left. I mean, you've never seen Khalil, Mr. Bernard?
No, never seen Khalil.
Right.
Only thing I saw is pictures of all of them.
Yeah, right.
I saw pictures of all of them.
Yeah.
You know, I heard the same thing you heard.
Yeah.
That
I'm trying to figure out who is Khalil. Is that dude? I'm trying to figure out who's who. because this brother, he have like a lot of.
Khalil is her best friend. Okay, that's the one that set this whole thing up. That facilitated all of this. This is the one that's been her best friend for 5 years, Khalil Cook. Okay, just to give you guys a little list real quick. Khalil Cook was her best friend. Elise Hyatt is one of the ones that was there. That was the one that was the girl whose sisters passed away on the day they got there. Nazir Wiggins was the one that put up the video stating that he didn't get there till the next day. He didn't know anything about this, blah, blah, blah. More bullshit. Malik Dyer is another one that was there. Winter Donovan is the one that we don't see in the video, but she's the one that grabbed her and took her. I'll show you everybody. And gave her the death blow, in my opinion. Okay. And then the other one is, I can't pronounce her name. I had spelled it out so I could pronounce it, but it's, where is it at? Dewan Jackson. That's the girl that you see in the video beating on her, flinging her around. That was the initial fight, or the attack was from Dewan Jackson. But I'll show them all to you. I'll show you their faces and name every one of them to you. So yeah. And that would make sense though too, Heather, if the person, the Dewan, was a transgender person, because she has the build of a man and is beating on a tiny little woman. So yeah.
Yeah. Here. There's something from his website. Oh, well, seems like the be anytime 25 Nezergins. So during the last video, his name is Zaire, the man who was on a case of Mexico. So his name is Nazaire, Nazeer. So now we got his name. So Nazaire's name. Yeah, you have a lot of information about the people that were there. Okay.
You know, she picked her up by the neck and slammed on the ground, and once they slammed her, she didn't get back up. Did not get back up. Just that slam, they must have broke the deck and on the cord.
Do you need a second, Mr. Bernard? I can turn this off 1 minute.
Nah, man, go ahead. We go through this. We go through this.
Yes, sir.
See, that right there is serious business, man. So they picked her up, slammed her down on the floor. She's naked. Keep that in mind. Everybody's in the room, right? Nobody's stopping anything because they're all in on it. They think it's cool. They think it's funny. Normally, women would be telling the guys, hey, get out the room, because she's naked. But no, everybody's there. You know why? Because they're all in on it. And ain't no telling what else was done to this young lady. Ain't no telling how much pain was enduring. Imagine your neck, your spine is broken, and they're still fighting you, still punching you. Think about that. This is crazy. She was basically brutalized, bro.
I know this is, I'm sorry, this is very, very, very difficult.
I really don't know how much I love my daughter. Y'all don't really don't know. Y'all don't know what y'all have done to me. Y'all don't really don't know how, hold it in me. I really don't know. Serious, Y'all can just come back here and deal with y'all did. And leave her there. Leave her there. And then just leave her there. And then the maid had to find her from what I'm hearing, you know. You know, y'all don't understand how much of pain my daughter was in, sitting there with a broken neck on spinal cord, you know, and then I'm hearing, I don't know, Najee or whatever. He came to the house, you know. So he was the last one. He was the last one. He was the last one by reading something, you know. He playing soft music and rubbing her head.
Wow. So now he's talking about the Nazir guy. Now he's talking about him. Notice what Pops said. That he's playing music and rubbing her head. Now, do you see how evil that sound? That's why I don't believe none of that nonsense dude was saying in the video. He guilty. He was doing other things to this young lady. I could tell, bro. Body language, the way he was moving, he knew he did dirty, bro. And it's going to all come out. I believe that she was sexually assaulted. I personally believe that by all those guys. Allegedly, I'll throw that thing. But the way his body language was, it was like a man that know he did some dirt. And they probably got it on tape. They probably got all the things they did to her on tape. And it's going to all come out. Probably.
Oh, y'all could have. Oh, yo.
Yep.
Exactly. Who the freak comes from an airport? They came from the airport straight into there and just rub her head playing soft music and claiming he's doing CPR.
That's exactly what I was saying in my stream. Who comes from a flight? When you come from a flight, you tired, you hungry, you just want to come in, crash, and go to sleep. I know that's how it be for me. You know, you want to get something to eat and you want to go straight to sleep, not come from the flight and then see somebody on the floor naked. Remember, this woman is supposed to be naked on the floor and he's rubbing her head playing soft music. Who does that? They did some dirt to this woman.
And then, you know, to get online, try to run to the world that you are so innocent. The only innocent person and the only victim in this case is the Bernard's daughter. And that's Shanquella Robinson. Ain't nobody a damn thing. And I wish people would stop getting online talking about this Nazir dude got there. And then this is the problem that I have. And from my understanding, Mr. Bernard, watch any of his video. Nazir's. Did you watch any of Nazir's videos?
Really.
And the problem that I have is I don't.
You came there and you saw her. You should have got help. If you was her friend, you ain't seen her in 9 years, and you came in that house. Ain't gonna sit here and you saw the bruises. You saw the bruises. You came in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You want to sit there and say you played music and rub her head and then took a last breath, you left? You saw the music. I mean, come on, man, really? You should have came in that house. Hey, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all stand down here.
That's the guy
Y'all
right
stand
there.
down here. Y'all not going back. Y'all not going to the United States.
Just in case, for those that are viewing, that guy right there on the screen is Nazir. That's the guy. He was late and he got to the villa and pretty much walked in and saw her and decided to put on some soft music and massage her head. And I don't know, but that's the guy right there that did the stream on the last video.
I appreciate that.
Y'all didn't hurt this girl. No. You know.
Exactly. That is the problem.
Y'all ever thought that she got a mother and a father? Got people back here in the States that love her and care about her, especially her daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then y'all can't even call. You come to the house, to a sister's house, and let's say, Ms. Robinson, do you have Mr. Robinson phone number? Can we call him and give him my condolences? Not at all.
Wow. So they didn't even call the pops. They didn't even call the man. No respect whatsoever. Totally disrespected. But yet he on IG Live crying, trying to make himself appear like he's innocent, you know. And the whole time he was a part of this nonsense. And to answer the question, somebody had asked, where's the question that somebody had asked? What kind of soft music was this man playing? Do you know in the video that I did, he actually said what the name of the song was, which made it even worse. He gave the name of the artist and song he was playing. That's sinister and crazy. These people are demonic and satanic. Like, seriously, I don't know if they're on one song, but He claimed that it was his birthday and he was celebrating, but this young lady was invited out there. But he came to his birthday late. Let that make sense. You come to your birthday late. Let that make sense. Nah, he wasn't late. He was early. He's lying. Let's get back to two.
Y'all didn't even open your mouth. Ain't doing that at all. Especially you, Khalid. Even your parents. Y'all parents ain't reached out.
Dirty.
Wow.
Parents ain't reached out. None, me or her mom. Not that I know her, but I know your parents ain't reached out to me.
Dag, man. Even the parents didn't reach out to this brother and his family. That just goes to show how people be, man. They'll do anything to protect their kids, even though their kids is dirty. And think about how this must feel. You lost your daughter, and everybody's hiding.
Still got. I don't have mine.
Thank you, Tasha.
Y'all took away from me. She can't talk for herself. She can't talk for herself, but her daddy is gonna talk.
And that's what we're doing, because she cannot speak for herself.
God gonna give me the strength to eat. And I know everybody out there who got a relationship with God gonna pray that I get the strength to stand where I need to stand.
Yes, sir.
And again, for those that are listening in the clouds, all of those that are viewing, we are reviewing a video from Gerald Jackson from the NC Beat website, the ncbeat.com website. Let's get back to the video.
My daughter would not die in vain. Would not die in vain.
Yes, sir.
Justice.
She's gonna get
She
justice.
have to go through this.
She did not have this. Shanquella did not deserve this. She did not deserve this. I can't wrap my head around the fact that they left Mexico, came back to the United States, and told this family that Shanquella had alcohol poisoning, when in the damn phones that y'all was carrying had the video that we just saw.
Wow.
Y'all knew a fight happened. Y'all knew, and you know who killed Shanquella.
And you told her mama. Y'all said right there and told her mama that it wasn't no altercation.
That it was no
y'all told her mama and her sister right there in their face there wasn't no altercation in that house. That's exactly what y'all said.
Those are some cold-blooded killers. All of them need to be charged. First-degree murder. Every last one. Now, a little bit. Look at what transpired here, where you have a 25-year-old, whole future ahead of her, business, hairstylist. You have about three men, 3 women in the room. She's being beat, right? Possibly tortured, possibly molested, right? It's being done by all of these people working together to make this happen. That being said, don't think for a split second that what happened to rapper Takeoff was just some mysterious thing. Plotted and planned by multiple people working together to reach a goal, to delete that brother. All these deaths all are around the same Day of the Dead, Halloween. Let it all come together. It's interesting, right?
That's like what y'all see.
Now,
in a couple of days, I will have all y'all statements.
Yo, you know what? Where is CNN? And I mean, hey, a lot of news stations are sharing, but the big names, the big name news stations, it's like I haven't heard nothing. You're right about that one. That's a red flag. Right about that.
And I told you guys exactly why. It's a disgusting fact. It's ignorant, but the true fact is, if this would have been a white girl that this happened to in Mexico, it would be all over CNN, Fox News, everything. And we don't see this on any of those channels for a reason. Because this is a young African-American girl. and it's not important enough, and it makes me sick. And that's exactly why we're doing it on my channel, because it needs to be put out there via any route that it can be. It needs to be shown, and I will do that and support this family 500% until justice is served for this girl, period. Whether people don't like it or not, I don't care. At this point, I don't care. It is what it is. I don't care if this video is monetized, or in fact, I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be at all. So I will put this out on a daily basis if I have to until I see justice, because this is disgusting. If this girl was a young white 25-year-old white girl from Kansas, it'd be all over the national news, and you'd know it as well as I do. But she's not. She's an African American woman. That it's not fair, guys. So I will broadcast this on my channel every day if I have to make the point that I'm trying to make. This is disgusting, and I'm sick and tired of things being like this. Sick of it.
That like the local about Lori. I haven't heard nothing on CNN and them other stations. I gotta check that after the stream, see what's going on. Let's go.
Joe, listen.
All y'all statements, what y'all say?
The FBI is for them, left and right. So if you think you're hiding at your mama house, Dejanay, if you think you're hiding, Khalil, if you think you're hiding, Win, if you think you're hiding, Nazir, if you think you're hiding, Elise, the FBI is on you. To the interrogation room, and you're gonna have to tell what happened.
Yep.
And the fact we should have broken up. I ain't know what to do. And for every parent that's sitting up here and you know your child done killed somebody, you should be ashamed of yourself. That you will harbor a fugitive, or try to hide your child, that you wouldn't even reach out to a mother, the mother, father, the father. Shanquella ain't hurt nobody. Everybody loved her. Just because y'all had hate and bitter in your heart, you didn't have to take out what you was going through in your anger and your hatred and your jealousy and your envy on her. You're ugly on the outside and you're ugly on the inside.
That's exactly it right there. They are miserable within themselves, and she's not. She was happy. She was living life. She was floating, and because they're not, and they don't like that, they had to take it out on her. That's what this is all about, you guys. It's disgusting. I'm so angry with this story. You have no idea, you guys.
And you ain't at all worthy to take a dog pound, let alone call yourselves some type of human with a heart. Y'all ain't shit. I'm sorry, Mr. Bernard, but you know how we talk on the phone. So you know me. But
say what you mean.
I am so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so upset. I'm so outraged at the fact
why this particular story is like not everywhere yet. Isn't that crazy? Like it's not even all over the place yet. I mean, it's eventually going to get there, because as long as we making noise about it on social media, it's going to go all over the place. Everybody going to be talking. That's great.
That these left your daughter for dead.
Yes, I know about those two. I'm going to do a video on them. Let me see. Somebody said 3 other blacks died in Mexico around the same time, allegedly. Yeah, I got that story. I actually knew about that the same day it happened, right? And that happened around when Take Much got deleted. And I think that was about something regarding carbon, what is that? Carbon dioxide or something like that. Something like that. Carbon monoxide. This, that stuff that you can't smell. I think it was about that. That was kind of suspicious. And then I think there was another one where it said somebody got poisoned. Somebody poisoned somebody. I think that was it. I would think it was two black guys and one woman, I think it was. The woman called her boyfriend and was like, I'm feeling kind of weird, something like that. I think it was that story. But I'm gonna get to that story because I want to find out more about that, because when these people, y'all got to be careful when y'all go overseas, because a lot of times they do things, they set y'all up, line you up, drug you, and I'm just calling this, you know, and then you delete it, trying to have fun overseas. Better keep your tail over here where it's safe. Deal with the drama that we got here in America, and, you know, be careful when you overseas, because you don't know how it is out. You know, TV. Let's go.
And you, Nazir, the part. Mr. Bernard, did you even believe any of what he said, what he was saying?
I wouldn't.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
Not at all.
You should have did more than what you did.
Right. That's what I was saying.
Should have did more than what you did.
I told you, when he got into that apartment or wherever they were, because that's a big place they were at, big, large rooms, you know, probably 17 or 18-foot rooms. He had more than enough time to get out of there and get help. But he said he was massaging this woman's head while playing some soft, soothing music. At the fence now, nude with a broken spine, right? Bruises on her face, busted lip, not on her head, and this guy is rubbing her head, massaging. You know what that's the sign of? Guilt. That's when somebody knows somebody and they messed up and they did her dirty. He painted a picture of what he did, and now the feds is going to have that to use against him. That's why they say you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. That's why they tell you keep your mouth shut, because you be thinking that you're going to get your way out. No, we're going to use that tape against you. When the prosecutors and everybody get on your ass, you're going to feel it. Trust and believe that.
You trust and believe me, every last one of y'all. Y'all would have stayed there at that hospital down there with my daughter. I would have made sure y'all got back here. You wouldn't be standing in no Mexico. You would have got back here. You would not have stayed down there. That would have meant a whole lot to me, knowing that you stayed down there with my daughter. So I got there or we got there.
That's right. They didn't do that. They didn't rock out with her. They packed up their bags and pretty much did what they had to do and escape. They put the door in and go through the process and keep the father and family updated on what's going on. Like, yeah, you know, sir, we're here, we're with her, you know, telling us this and that. We find more details.
Absolutely, Breezy. I would have it no other way.
They would just focus on themselves. Wow.
We all would have get back on that plane together. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all left her. Y'all left her there. Y'all left her there.
So dirty and so low down that this father and his brother had to get online and find funeral homes and find out how to get in contact. Y'all left them searching. Y'all left them searching how to find a daughter. This man don't know anything about Mexico. Just imagine being a mother and father and your child is over in another country and dead, and you got to get on Google. What if it wasn't for Google? Y'all, you left this man searching for his baby's body. You left this man trying to find out where his daughter was because he couldn't get in contact with her because she was dead because y'all beat her. Because y'all beat her. How was he supposed to find out? His only connection to her. He ain't have it no more. And y'all, Lord have mercy, Jesus.
I wired that money. I wired that money over there. It wasn't 6,000. I wired that money. It was almost 7,000.
$7,000 he had to wire. $7,000, fam. He had to pull that out of pocket.
So not only did this man lose his daughter, his one and only child, which he'll never see again, never hold again, hug again, talk to, hear her voice, have a grandchild from, walk her down, any of that. Not only did he lose that, but he had to pay $7,000 out of his pocket just to be able to bring her back here, to find out what somebody else did to her that lied in his face about. This is one of the most disgusting stories I've ever heard in my life. I mean, I'm telling you, it really is. It is so hard for me to stay positive with this, and I'm going to, but I can't believe the gall that some people have, the nerve that people have. These people, this goes beyond a level of trash and shit and anything else you can think of. This is disgusting.
You know what I mean? He had to pull that money out of pocket to do what he had to do. And on top of that, his dough was already deleted. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Probably not over there, Sherry.
And not one of them tried to ask did they need
I
help.
wired that money.
Didn't ask do you need money. Didn't ask nothing. Didn't ask nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing.
I don't want no GoFundMe page. None of that. I wired that money.
Cold.
Nothing.
This is why I keep saying, fam, our people, man, we be doing some dirty stuff, man, to one another. Like the hate. Like you would lure someone in, invite them to a trip only to delete them. Man.
Mr.
From this paper.
And to everybody that's in the chat, keep all your comments clean. Don't post no profanity in the chat. Use the asterisk symbol to hide the words. Keep the comments clean so that the moderators don't got to keep letting you know what to do. Because if it keeps it up, you know, the moderators are just going to boot you up on out of here. I want you to be able to rock out, you know, your thoughts, you know, but keep it clean for the algorithm. All right, let's get back into this.
Yes, it is painful.
Not in this paper. For me to bury her in the next 2 days.
Let me while we're talking about her funeral, let me say this. Shanquella's funeral is this Saturday. Okay, it is this Saturday, November the 19th. The wait will be 11 to 12, and the funeral is from 12 to 1 at Macedonia Baptist Church, 1300 Hatteras Avenue, Charlotte. Let me say that again. Her funeral is this Saturday, November 19th. Charlotte, show up. Show up.
Now, let me say this. Let me say this now. You can't be a respecter of persons when it comes to this young lady's case. See, when Takeoff got deleted, there was a large outpouring of support from the fans to the point where they pretty much rented out an entire arena. And over 20,000 people showed up. So if you're out in the area where she's going to be pretty much having her memorial and funeral, show that support. Let's not make this thing well, you know, if you're a celebrity, you know, only the celebrities get talked about and the celebrities have all this special treatment. No, she was 25, Takeoff was 28. And even though Takeoff was a millionaire, she was still a millionaire in spirit, in thoughts, and everything else. She's just as important. She's just as important. So let's not look at this thing like, well, you know, hey, it is what it is, but we like Takeoff.
He keeps referring to Takeoff. Takeoff was a rapper that was murdered not too long back, right around the same time, maybe a little before. And that lots of people went there because he was famous, so on and so forth. Basically, what he's saying is that this girl deserved the same amount of respect as that person did for people to show up and show their respects. Obviously, the funeral was this past Saturday, so it's done. But it's just, this is so disgusting and evil. That's not even the word for it, David. It goes beyond that. A level way higher than that. So, just giving you guys a heads up on that.
Have a lot of popularity, and we're gonna keep on his case as well. We ain't letting up on that. My point is, let's not be a respecter of persons by feeling like her situation is less. Her situation is worse. Her situation is worse. We have it on tape with her getting beat. And it's word that there is another video from another angle. And they got all the suspects. Imagine somebody beating your daughter while she's naked. And there's 3 men in the room. 3 men in the room while your daughter's naked and her neck is broken. Spine. In pain. And ain't no telling how long this was going on. And that's why that dude in the last stream that I did was so nervous. Because he saw everything. He know he was there. He trying to act like he's innocent. No, you guilty, bro. Ain't nobody gonna leave you. Feds on your tail. Ain't nowhere to hide.
Stand with this family. Show up. Show up. It's Saturday, November 19th, from 11 to 12 is the viewing, and the funeral is from 12 to 1, Macedonia Baptist Church, 1300 Hatteras Avenue in Charlotte. Mr. Bernard, Khalil brought the girl that was in the video assaulting your daughter and another girl to the house. And Shanquella's sister, has stated that now let me ask you this right to this. Had you, before the autopsy came back, had you heard that there was a fight or that an altercation was going on over there before you found out everything now that you know now?
Yeah, her friend, some friend called who had my daughter. Right. They did call and say it wasn't in the house, but they wasn't sure. But then the alcohol story came out.
Right.
So when the alcohol story came out, okay, my mind got to who true on what. So
right. So once
I said, God, I pray that you give me justice. I asked God, I pray. I said, God, just let me know what really happened over there.
Mm-hmm.
Pull the covers
and
show me, because she gone now, God.
Mm-hmm.
She gone. But show me what happened. Justice for her, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
and that's when you came in, and that's for some kind of reason you came in the picture. You came in the picture. I kept praying, and God began to move and start moving in His time and start unraveling stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is where we at now.
Yeah. 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 Mr. Bernard, so you had heard about the fight. Heard there's a fight. So Khalil had brought Dejanay, the girl in the video that we see attacking your daughter, and he brought another girl, Winter Donovan, over to the house. And that's when they were asked about the altercation. But they denied the altercation, even though one of them, who we now know, Dejanay Jackson, was in a video assaulting your daughter, Shanquella, had the nerve to lie to y'all again in your face, saying that it was alcohol poisoning. So did they really say that was alcohol poisoning? And she
that's what her mom said. That what the words came out their mouth. They were playing a game, drinking. That was the statement they made to her mom and her sister, or everybody who was around over at her sister's house, because they was asking questions.
Right.
So that's what they told. And so I guess, that what her mom, sister, everybody went with.
They said that because they were trying to use that she was somehow poisoned. Again, if you study what happens overseas, a lot of times people get their drinks spiked with drugs and they die. So they were going to try to blame it on the alcohol or whatever that was served, potentially by the place they were staying at. They were trying to use that as the way out. Like, hey, it had nothing to do with us. We had some drinks. She got poisoned. We could get away clean. Because they know a lot of stories overseas end with people dying because of what they drank. Happens a lot. But this time, it ain't going that way. Because the paperwork came back letting the family know that their daughter had a broken spine. Her neck lumped up, busted lip, injuries on the face. You don't get that from alcohol poisoning. It don't happen that way. I don't recall any, unless fell out a window, you know, then we could kind of explain it that way. Okay, she fell off the balcony and she went down. Yeah. But for home, like, yeah, you know, I went in the house and I just started playing soft music. She's naked. I don't think I feel comfortable going on like, and
Yes. Yeah. I want to ask you one last question. You know, I have questions, but I'm not going to ask them. I'm not going to ask them, Father. That, you know, all journalists would have questions about the whole case. Now, let me ask you a question. I want to back up a little. Have you been told who found? I mean, did they leave her? Because you know that a maid had found her. Have you told how she was found? Were they in the room? Did they leave? Got there and they came back later. Have you been told of how she was discovered?
When I was told to me, sitting in the break and I smile.
And
now you arrive at that house, you'll see that freak or something. So if you arrive there, sir, if you arrive there, should have been 12:30, 5. You got there at that house. So evidently she had to be alive when you were there.
y'all don't notice something about the times? These times are all around similar times. Takeoff situation, her situation. I don't know, man. This.
Sorry. Let's try it now.
But then just her getting beat up and battered. It's more to this. They used her body for something. Multiple people were there. They're all involved in this. And they took her to Mexico to pretty much do whatever they had to do. And pretty much went right on back to where they got to go to and left her there. Seems like one of those rituals, man. And people think this is a game. They think it's a joke. These things are real. It's not just the music industry. Friends can you up, line you up, and be in on it. And that's how they get their foot in the door. Yeah. They all up a soul.
Yeah.
And all make that agreement. Pretty sure if you look deep, who those people are and their backgrounds, they do, you might find something interesting.
When you saw the condition that she was in, and you saw bruises that she was on her, you should have called medics, or somebody should have called all of y'all. Y'all could have carried her. She ain't about 120 pounds, 125 pounds.
Oh, so now Pops just confirmed she's about 120, 125 pounds. So she's light. She's light. They could have easily messed her up. Those blows and lifting her up and throwing her around. Yeah, she got hurt. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Yeah, I've already been thinking about it, Daisy.
Y'all so got that thing, got out of there and got her suitcase. And what our statement says, when y'all called a taxi cab and went to airport hotel. Now I don't know how true all it is, but that's what I'm hearing.
Take care, Heather. Thank you so much for joining us. See you soon.
And ask somebody what to do.
Wow,
it's true. One of you all call back. Y'all panic, and one of y'all ask what to do.
Panicked.
Wow. You know, so you left her and the maid found us. Because I was trying to figure out how did she get from the bedroom to the living room where she was found. Y'all drug her
North
from
Carolina, Breezy.
the bedroom to the living room. I mean, I'm just trying to.
Here's the thing, you guys. They left her, packed up, left her, and went back to North Carolina. She was still there, and they came back. Do you see what I'm saying? This is way, way deeper and dirtier than it shows. And that they're saying it's darker than that. They left her there to die and came back. And I almost think that they told her. I almost wonder if they like, I mean, what? I can't even believe this. They didn't call medics. They didn't call anything to have her dealt with. They left and went home and left her there for the maid to find her. This is unbelievable. Unreal. Never heard anything like this in my life.
Understand? And this Nazir guy, he told me on the phone call, Mr. Bernard, that me and him had before he went live the other night, and I played it on here. He said that he got there 2:16. Then he came back on the live and said he got there 3 p.m. something, and then he said he was by 4:26. He was by the pool saying, "Quella, get up." So when you got there and you started CPR, and the death certificate and the autopsy say she died 15 minutes after her injury, which was at 3 p.m. So that means you did CPR on her and left her where she was, and then you went by the pool and said, "Hey, Quella, get up," knowing she was dead.
Wow.
I mean, but the thing about it is, he's a compulsive liar, Mr. Bernard.
He definitely is a liar. And this video is confirming that dude is a liar. And I'm going to have to try to find the other video that he's talking about, because he said he was on a phone call with him, and examine that video, find out what he was saying on that one too. Wow. I knew something was up when he was giving those timeline of events. I was like, it's just not adding up. There was like a 45-minute window.
Yep.
And she was dead already. So why would you be trying to wake her up? Like, come on, we got to go to dinner. We got to go sightsee. She was dead already. And she's naked. So it's like nobody put clothes on her. Nobody covered her. Like, yo, these people cruel.
And he can't be trusted. And I dissected the video, and I proved that Nazir Wiggins is a liar, and he is as much responsible and guilty as the rest of them, and they need to be held accountable. Now,
I mean, if you say he did CPR, didn't they say it was a medic?
Yeah, I got his Facebook page. That's what the video from. I just didn't do no thorough searches on it to find all the information that is needed. But I was on the website, the Facebook page. That's where I got the video from. So you said the phone call is on his Facebook page. Okay. I'm going to definitely take a look at that and find out more information on what's happening here. And again, join show earlier. Facebook Live.
Who has information, whether it be photos, whether it be text message between any of them or anyone admitting anything or saying anything, photos, and you have information, please contact the FBI. Doesn't matter what state you're in, whether you're in Connecticut or you're in Charlotte, contact the FBI, and they will route your tip to the appropriate people. Is there anything that you can tell us about the FBI investigating this that you may be able to share?
No, not. I'm just waiting on them.
Yes,
I'm in
sir.
the blind, just like everybody else in the blind. I just know God is moving. You know, He's moving at His own time, and
amen to that.
I walk by faith, not by sight.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
As I say that,
come on now.
As I say that, what I say, justice will be done for her.
Yes,
justice will be done.
Absolutely.
And I will know our Lord that we serve will come through for me.
Yes, He will.
The whole world, the whole nation, all y'all prayers, which I don't know none of you all out here. You know, I know y'all prayers, and y'all, you know, I know y'all prayers is the one that got me standing, standing strong as I'm standing. I can't even sleep, and he only eat, you know.
Good to hear, Gladys.
It's a
Good to
big
hear.
hurt feeling.
Yeah.
It's a really big hurt feeling.
Yes, it is. Bernard, so much. Thank you so much for telling the world how beautiful your daughter was, for being bold and being courageous and being strong. The world see your strength through all of this. And my condolences again go out to you and your family. And the entire world is praying for you and your family. And I know that on Saturday that you all are going to send your daughter to heaven in a mighty way. And my prayer to you all is that I know that you won't ever get over this, but you'll get through it. And I pray that when the days come and the grief come, that it will come in increments, overpower, but that, you know, you will begin to, you know, release it, you know, and heal. And that's what I'm sending your way to you and your family. Healing power, healing energy. And again, you know, Mr. Bernard, thank you so much. You have my information. The North Carolina Beat is standing beside you. You know, any information we get, you know, you and your family will be the first to know. And I just want to thank you all for giving us that permission. Show the world what happened to you. I'm going around saying that. But thank you guys for allowing us to share that with the world so they can see how dirty friends, so-called friends, can be. And it's not Quella's fault. Let's get that straight.
No, not at all. Not at all. She thinking she's going over there to have fun, enjoy herself.
Yeah.
Not knowing she wasn't going to come back.
Yeah, exactly. So let's get that straight. And
all right, Daisy,
so much,
I'm so
Mr. Bernard.
sorry. I
I'll call
hope
once
you
I
feel
get
better soon.
Right,
thank you for hanging out and watching this with all of us and listening.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate your input as
All right,
well,
y'all.
Daisy. Have
So
a great day.
Just wait, Mr. Bernard, we talked about it. He wanted to do this interview. For those who say, you know, why you got him up there, we had a conversation. Nazir Wiggins, Ejanae Jackson, Elise Hyatt, Winter Donovan, Malik Dyer, Khalil Cook. You might as well go ahead and turn yourself in. Because the statement that you gave, the lie that you told, is sending you to jail. So if you thought you ran, if you thought you hiding, if you thought that we were going to be on your ass and our foots were going to be on your neck, you had another thing coming. Y'all cannot be trusted. And you know, people don't support you despite of what you're going through. They are going to support you. Oh, it don't matter if you go to jail. It don't matter if you're murdered. It don't matter. It don't matter. They still going to support you. But we will see today that y'all asses go to jail. Ain't none of y'all innocent. Ain't nobody victim. Ain't nobody a victim but Shanquella. She the only victim. She the only victim. She's the only victim. I don't give a damn how much you ride down the street posting a video.
Yes, CC. That's an understatement.
You a dirty, low down dog. Y'all are dirty. Y'all are low down. And the truth of the matter is, somebody need to beat y'all ass if you want to keep it a band.
Facts.
The same way that I was about to call it something. You know, these organizations out here, you know, you can't cancel me any goddamn way, but y'all need y'all ass beat. Upside the head. Everything that was inflicted upon need to be inflicted upon you. Burn y'all asses at the stake. All right, y'all. I'm Gerald Jackson. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight.
All right. And there it was, guys. And I thank you all for being patient and going through that with me and listening to what her father had to say, as sad and hard as it was to hear. And again, I do feel as if that the FBI is going to do the right thing and there will be true justice in this case. This woman deserves nothing but, and the person that did this to her deserves nothing. Nothing good, nothing at all. I know this was draining in a lot of ways. It's very sad. Very sad. Who sent me the petition? Hold on a minute. Let me check. Where's it at, guys? For those of you that hung out with me, I appreciate you guys. I know some people had to go and probably got tired. It's kind of draining, but I'm sorry, guys. I had to put it out there. This one bothers me really bad. Really bad. And you know how I am about justice. Tasha said it to me. Okay, Tasha. Here we go. Okay. We'll look at this later. All right, guys. Well, I think that's enough on that for today. We've been going about 3.5 hours, 3:15, something like that. I'm sure you guys are getting wore out, but I thank you guys all for sticking with me with this today. I thank you all for being here, period. This was kind of painful, guys, but it needs to be looked at. It needed to be talked about. It needed to be put out there, and it will continue to be put out there. I will not let go of this until I know that there is some kind of justice being done on this. Okay. I won't allow it to happen. Oh, I absolutely do. I know, and I appreciate you guys for that. Like I said, I have certain beliefs in certain things, and again, it's just my opinion. I'm very disappointed in national news for not putting this out. This happened in another country to an American citizen, so it should be national news, but it's not, and I know why, and I've already expressed that feeling, and that's my opinion. Okay. And this beautiful girl deserves so much more than what she's getting. Her family deserves so much more than what they're getting, and if I can have any part of it, I'm going to do it, because that's just how strongly I feel about it. Okay. I'm so disappointed in people. I'm just so disappointed in people, you guys. It's sick. But again, you guys, if you guys want to go to change.org, okay, there is a petition that was put up for Shanquella Robinson. It says we need answers, so on and so forth. It needs 25,000 signatures, guys. David James, thank you, brother, for joining me again. As always, have a great day, sir. Be safe out there on them roads, and I will hopefully see anybody that has left. I'll see you guys tomorrow. As I said, I'm doing a stream tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday. I want to hang out and spend that time with you guys while my wife is working. So hope to see you guys that are leaving or that have left. I hope to see you guys here tomorrow to join me for that. I appreciate it. But yes, guys, I want you to go to change.org, pull up the petition and sign this. Okay. This needs done, guys. We need answers. We need to know why they weren't held and charged. And we need to ensure that it does happen, you guys. We do. Absolutely, Mama Byrne. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tasha, for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Squirrel, thank you so much for your wisdom and for being here with me through this whole thing. I appreciate it. Molly, good golly, it's so great to have you here as always, and thank you for joining me, guys. Guys, do me a favor. Don't change. Be the people you are, because that's what makes you wonderful. And guys, don't forget to love yourselves and love each other, because that's all we got, guys. That's all we got. I love each and every one of you guys. You have a great, great rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one, guys, and be safe.